Haven't seen in years. This is wonderful.
Oh, it's you. You're gonna get me in trouble.
Hang in there, guys!
10,000 years will give you such a crick in the neck.
I interrupted from the top. Hero of men. Go.
I have to, baby. Daddy has to.
Gotta go around the horns faster.
Hello, everyone. Mega Mike the Incredible here to welcome you all to an amazing, fun stream for you all tonight. We got a Disney Pixar stream. So how this is going to work, I'm going to bring out my amazing panel guests tonight. We're going to talk about some Disney movie memories. We're going to get into 5 rounds of Disney movie recommendations, both animated and live action, of course. So we're going to have a good mixture tonight. We'll also have a round of honorable mentions towards the end. And of course, we'll answer your comments as we go throughout tonight. First, just to kind of take care of some housekeeping stuff, let me bring up the banner for tonight. Go ahead and Buzz Lightyear zap that like and subscribe. If you love Disney movies, go ahead and fairy dust the panel through those super chats, and then just keep swimming to those mega memberships to find some awesomeness. Thank you all once again. And also, we do have new Collectors Club merch designed by Derek, who's going to be on the panel tonight. So definitely check out those links on the channel to go to that merch. But let's go ahead and get this started. Let me go ahead and bring out our first panel guest here. Grant. Is Grant here?
You did
tonight, Grant? I know you surprised us, and you got the Disney Plus shirt, of course. So welcome back to the channel. Your second time on here, which is awesome. And I know, Grant, you wanted to mention something out there to the community, so take it away.
Yes. Unfortunately, we originally planned Meg's Movies, Coco Dutch, and a surprise guest that I was originally planning on bringing. Unfortunately, life hits hard. Meg's Movies had work. Coco's pet has passed away. So huge respect to Brian and Coco and all of his family members who are mourning. And Disney Gal Jess, who I was planning on bringing, is a little bit of the flu season right now. So basically, I'm just like, she can be in the chat, Coco can be in the chat, and Meg's Movies can be on the chat. That they can put on their Disney movies. So that's it. And also, I might be giving away a little bit of codes here tonight, just in case. But it's only for one person that wants to have these. These are a year supply of Universal All Access rewards codes. And Mike, thank you.
Of course, yeah, and thank you so much. And once again, deepest condolences to Coco and Brian for the passing. So our hearts go out to you as a collecting community. So hope everything is okay out there. But let's go ahead and bring out the rest of the panel for tonight. We gotta have our Collectors Club member on here. Tim is a national treasure. I couldn't say it better myself. So great little name, Tim. How are we doing out there?
I'm doing great. I'm excited for this, man. When you first asked, I'm like, do I know enough Disney? But I'm looking through my stuff. I'm like, hell yeah, there's a lot of great Disney I love. So I'm very excited to talk about this stuff.
Oh, yeah. And you're already bringing up National Treasure. I totally forgot about that as a Disney title. So
it is.
I know you got some great stuff to pull out for sure. All right, let's go ahead and bring out another Collectors Club member, of course. Don't know if I'm going to be able to pronounce the name tonight. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. How did I do, Eric? Did I do okay?
I made it up as people say. Yeah. I'm kind of like Tim, where I was like, do I, like, without picking, like, the super obvious stuff, do I have enough to talk about Disney movies? Because I sold about 90% of my Disney collection because Disney Plus exists, and I ran out of room on my shelf. And then I bought a new shelf. So now I regret doing that. But luckily, I have enough to make a good stack, and they're interesting picks, I think, for the most part. So thanks, Mike, for having us on, as always. And Huck designed some of those merch things as well. I don't want to take all the credit.
Yeah, very well done to Huck, too.
Yes,
Oh,
basically, Derek and Huck are the creative outlet. Mike and I just leech off of that while they make the design.
100%,
Each away.
absolutely. So yeah, I mean, we might as well show off the designs right here. So take a look at these amazing designs. I mean, look at that right there. You can even get it on a tote bag. I mean, just amazingness. Look at all these designs, and we can't forget the limited edition stuff for our next superhero episode. So I mean, just enjoy all that. Yes. All right, let's go ahead and bring everybody else out here. And once again, hey guys, if my Wi-Fi connection goes out, somebody take over. So my Wi-Fi was acting a little bit off.
That's always fun.
But yeah, let's go ahead and bring out. We got Fish Just Keep Swimming.
Hey guys.
It's the game show.
How are you doing?
Doing great.
Oh, doing great.
I'm excited about tonight. I love Disney. I've loved Disney since I was a kid. I'm a Disney kid. Disney Channel. Yes, in the 80s.
Disney Channel. Yeah. That raised me, I feel like.
Everything to me.
Yeah. Growing up, Disney was like a premium for us, you know. So we didn't pay the extra. We just waited for the free preview every year. And yeah, I got Disney overload on that. So I love that. The new Mickey Mouse Club when that came out and stuff like that. So yeah, Disney, big part of my life. So
were these easy choices for you tonight, Fish, or
the top like two were definitely because they've been like my favorite movies since I was a kid. So. Yeah, but the others, I had to struggle with that and the honorable mentions because like I said, I love Disney. So those last like couple slots were back and forth up until just now when you put me on camera. I may even change some while we go.
It's okay.
I think we're all going to be doing that tonight.
So, but I'm very happy, excited to be here. Thank you very much, Mike, for inviting me. So yeah.
And then absolutely last but not least, a channel debut tonight. I mean, give a round of applause for this big Disney fan out there. We got Draculina Horror in the house. Caprice. How we all doing out there, Caprice?
I'm doing good. Hello, my diamonds. I'm so happy to be here with you guys. Horror may be my forte, but I am a Disney girl at heart. I always have been, always will be. I'm hoping that what I pull tonight is something that you guys have, most of you guys at least, haven't seen before. And like Fish said, I started out with Disney Channel as well. Disney Channel original movies, drawing my Mickey face. So when you asked me to do this, Mike, I was so excited. And this was actually really hard for me. To do it to a top 5, but instead of picking top 5 absolute favorites, I picked some that I feel maybe need a little bit more love and just a little bit more conversation. So I'm excited for this.
Yeah, I'm glad you all are definitely picking the more obscure titles out there. I was already telling Tim backstage, I'm definitely going for the low-hanging fruit tonight. So but that's my pile over here. But let's check
Looking ravishing, darling, you know.
All right, let's check into the comments, see who we got here in the audience. We got Adrian James saying hi there,
Adrian.
Mike. We got Derek everywhere. Ahoy there. Greg saying hi, Mike.
Hi, Greg.
Magic Hands. What's up, everyone? Another Collectors Club member, Huck, of course. Hey, party people, this should be fun. Yep. Holland Oates saying hello to all the Disney princess and princesses out on the panel.
Only one princess.
Hey.
And then my mom is here in the chat saying hi to everyone. Disney night. Yeah. Hisham saying hello, everyone. Have you guys ever tried? What? That was so random. Is that in a Disney movie or are you just pulling out the randomness again, Hisham?
I need like 6 pounds of watermelon today, so.
Dementia Scott saying hello to everyone. Let's see, we got Silent Attacker. Hello, what's up? Welcome to the channel, Silent Attacker. I feel like I've heard your name before, but I think this is the first time on the channel, maybe. So welcome in. Huck saying Grant with the code tonight. Yeah, who's gonna want those codes? I don't know if there was any takers yet. Hisham says, "What's your
I'll
scariest
take
Disney moments in 50s? The scariest moment." I'm gonna have to think on that one. Let's
I know.
Huck saying, "Wow, it's almost a full collectors club on the screen." I know, Huck. Where you at, Huck? We'll send you the invite. We can always use more people.
And I told him like jump in.
I think I could do that.
Look at that sweet merch. Yes. Lance Jackson, I'm excited for this. Silent Attacker saying, "Hey Tim, oh we got Film Addiction. What's up, guys?" Derek saying, "Grab 5 movies and pop in Huck."
Yes.
Pop in Huck, absolutely. Silent Attacker says, "I like Disney, but they're starting to make me upset that they won't bring out some other TV shows like they have on Disney Plus and physical." Yep.
Yeah.
That is the thing with Disney. They want you on their screen.
Yeah, it's the thing of money. That's all.
They love their physical media.
Mm-hmm. Don't. Corey Wilkinson saying, "Hey all, sorry I can't stay. Just wanted to say hi. Have a good one. Well, have a good one out there."
Hey, Corey.
Movies of Ryan says, "I'll catch the replay. Monsters, Incredible, Big Hero 6, Lilo and Stitch, Moana, and Inside Out are my 5.
I love Ryan. If you're still here, Big Hero 6 doesn't get enough love from people.
It's so good.
It is so good.
Yeah, I didn't even remember that was Disney. So good call. Yeah. Hisham saying, "Was The Lion King '94 copied from a Japanese animation, Kimba the White Lion?" Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
I'm like it's Hamlet. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
Lion
Hamlet.
King goes all the way back to just being a Hamlet story. So, what's Johnny watching? Hey, cool kids. Oh, we
Hey,
got
Johnny.
Tiana Loves Movies. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Tiana.
All right, so let's go ahead and get into these recommendations here. So our first Disney movie recommendation, Grant, what do we got?
Okay. The first one, I am going to start it off right off the bat with the Disney Channel original movie. Actually, it's actually a franchise. I can't pick one or the other of every single movie, so I'm just going to pick what franchise only, and that is Descendants. Descendants is a fun, good musical movie, and the guy who directed it is Kenny Ortega, who did Hocus Pocus, and an incredible franchise, High School Musical, and also another movie that I can't even think of on the top of my head, but I know he directed those two. So Descendants is 100% one of my first franchise recommendation to Disney for anyone else out there to watch it on Disney Plus, if it still has it or if it has not.
And you said it's a franchise, Grant. How many movies are there in that?
They're in 3 total. There's going to be a 4th film coming later this year called The Rise of Red, which, interesting enough, the movie that no one actually talks about is Roger Hammerstein's Cinderella. And that movie alone has one of the two of the characters coming back for the 4th Descendants film coming to Disney Plus this year, fall 2023. Pin your schedule calendar for Descendants Day because it's going to be a fun one.
All right, great recommendations. Tim, what do we got?
So I actually rewatched this today. So there's that whole Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey garbage out there.
Oh, God.
But Disney does the proper Winnie the Pooh. I freaking loved Christopher Robin. Oh, it's adorable.
I haven't seen that yet.
This movie has such a good, heartfelt message on don't take adulthood so seriously. Live life, enjoy it, be a kid sometimes. It is, oh my goodness. I loved it. Like I said, I rewatched it today. I just wanted to reach through the screen and cuddle Winnie. Oh my God. Pooh Bear is so adorable. I loved it. This is great. The whole Winnie the Pooh franchise is just great. But yeah, Christopher Robin is a blast.
That's a great looking addition too that you got right
cool.
there. Is that like a Disney book or what?
The Target exclusive one.
Oh,
I
nice.
think Target made good ones, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, great choice. I almost forgot about that one.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like the
Wonderful
only one in
choice.
theaters.
Oh, I
watching
knew.
it.
What I really like too is it's CG. The characters are CG, but I swear they did such a good job that like Pooh especially almost looks like a puppet. Like the CG is that good.
Yeah,
So-
I remember he got nominated at the Oscars. I was surprised. I was like, really, that movie? Because I hadn't seen it yet.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah,
had to
no,
look,
but
I had to quickly
very
look it up again.
textured. They look, yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
legit. It
cloth
looks
and the
like a
yeah.
puppet.
All right, and Caprice, what do we got?
Oh, they're
We're going from 1 to 5.
However you prefer.
However, okay. So I'll just say this is my fifth choice. So my fifth choice is actually the Black Cauldron.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice one.
This movie does not get any love, and I don't know why. It's an amazing movie about the main character. His name is Taran. He wants to be a knight, and some weird stuff happens, and he's got a pig that can see into the future. And I think one of the coolest Disney villains of all time is in this movie. I really wish that this got more attention. For some reason, it flies under the radar. It's got a character in it named Gertie, who's the cutest damn thing in the history of the world. I just wish that this got more love. So this is my fifth choice.
The
Nice.
Horn King in the Black Cauldron. I think I knew that right now because there's already a park attraction called Cinderella's Castle Mystery Tour. If you haven't watched a YouTube video on it, it's really freaking creepy, but it's also really well done as well.
Yeah, that definitely is one that doesn't get talked about a whole lot. It feels like Disney tried to bury that one away.
Yeah, and I don't understand why. It has a great storyline that you don't get tired of throughout the whole thing. It starts out right in the beginning. It's got beautiful animation. I just don't understand it. So it's one of my actual favorites. So I'm glad that I have it in my top 5. I was going to put it in my honorable mentions, but I couldn't do it.
To touch on what you said, Mike, that is the one that Disney is probably the worst though. If they don't like it enough, they'll flat out bury their stuff and pretend it doesn't exist, and that bugs me so much. There's so much stuff that is just VHS only. They never even bought it for DVD.
So much, yeah, definitely. So much stuff left in the vault. Exactly. The vault. Every 10 years they re-release it. They deem us worthy of.
If they utilize Disney Plus, they sold us the idea of Disney Plus is you're going to have all of these titles. I can name you like 10 titles I would love to watch that are not on Disney Plus, nor DVD, nor Blu-ray. Yeah. Where are they? You're just going to pretend they don't exist anymore?
Yes. Graham, what do you got?
Another thing that I do want to mention that streaming is not for everyone because recently Disney just removed a ton of originals that got the axe. One of them in particular is Better Nate Than Ever, Hollywood Stargirl.
That movie, so good.
And Black Beauty, Better Nate Than Ever, and also what is another one that just got removed? Black Beauty, Clouds, the one in Ivan.
Yeah, they've removed a lot.
Those movies that are choices that you can't own everything on Disney Plus. Sometimes it might take a little bit longer to recognition. Besides, Disney's already got to be going to politics already, just a little bit, not a lot, but it's just move it until this thing goes right into plan.
Well, a lot of this stuff was actually removed because of the writer's strike and stuff like that. So because the writers are striking for more residual payments on their stuff on streaming because they get almost nothing for stuff on streaming. If this stuff goes through, Disney needs to pay the writers more for the stuff being streamed. But if this is the lower tier stuff on the Disney Plus and HBO Max did it, stuff that's not being streamed as much, it's not cost effective to keep it up and pay the writers more because they're stingy about the money. So yeah, it's a sad fact that it's all a business and some of this stuff will just disappear.
I love how all my videos turn into a Disney rant video. We don't even plan this stuff.
To me, it's not a rant.
I was gonna say, yeah, licensing fees and stuff like that, because they're outsourcing some of that stuff from other places to pay, and they pay for it to be on Disney Plus. And if it's not, like you said, worthy, or if it's not money making, if it's not streaming, then if it's not getting views, then basically, then they're gonna let it go. Plus, they don't want to pay the writers and the production companies that they're using to
The almighty dollar.
Crazy.
All right,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, almighty dollar. Okay, so I'm going old school classic for my first pick. This is one of my favorites of all time. I love Cinderella, the 1950s. So much fun, wonderful, great characters. The side characters, Jacques, Gus, so fun. Fairy godmother makes you believe in magic. Oh man, man, I don't know. I can't talk enough about it, and I can't even talk about it right now because I'm getting all worked up because I do love this movie so much. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. Yeah.
So really nice.
That was the one I probably watched the most as a kid, as far as the classic ones go, that I still like the most today, from anything like pre-80s.
Yeah.
All right, Derek.
All right. Well, like I said earlier, I didn't have a lot of Disney stuff. All my cousins were obsessed with Disney movies, so anytime we'd sleep over at my grandparents' house, they'd want to watch whatever the newest Disney movie was, and they always bought them all, so that was cool. So they had all the clamshells. And I had one movie that I always wanted to watch because it was my favorite, and no one else liked it but me. And that would be Brave Little Toaster.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
It is amazing.
Nice.
And it's not on Blu-ray. It's not on Disney Plus, as we were saying. You can watch Disney or Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars or some crap on Disney Plus, not the real one. Yeah, this movie is fantastic. I think it was a TV movie.
It was a TV movie.
And it has amazing voice talent. You got John Lovitz and Phil Hartman in here, who I liked even as a kid. And this one's kind of creepy. It has the old school creepy Disney vibes to it that I love. One of the producers, writers on it, who sadly passed away. He's one of the early Pixar guys who wrote Wall-E and Bug's Life and stuff. But yeah, Brave Little Toaster. I love all the characters, and I can watch it anytime. And the songs are really good, even though they're not, theatric worthy, apparently.
I knew we were friends for a reason. That is such a cool
I'm
freaking thing.
shocked that you pulled that right now.
That is such a cool pick.
That was going to be my number one, so I figured I'd do it first before someone else ruined it.
I brought that up in people's streams already, and I can't remember who it was. Someone's like, "That's a movie? That's a real thing?" Like, yes. You don't remember the Brave Little Toaster?
It's Toy Story. Before Toy Story was Toy Story. It's pretty much, if you take Toy Story 1 and 2 and make it one movie about appliances, that's what Brave Little Toaster is. Essentially.
Wow.
Well, you guys had some great choices. So now to go with some low-hanging fruit here, of course. Perfect Halloween Christmas movie. You guys all know it. You all love it. And that's going to be The Nightmare Before Christmas. But look at the steelbook. The steelbook's nice. It's all right here. So, but yeah, great movie. The music is excellent. Of course, you got Danny Elfman singing in there. The villain is amazing. Oogie Boogie, best villain of all time, right? You got Santa Claus in there. It's all great. So, yeah, I love this movie. Can't go wrong with that one.
Well. What have we here?
Anytime someone mentions Nightmare Before Christmas, I have to go grab this because it's
nice.
Now we're doing collectibles, Derek. We're supposed to say after the Collectors Club.
I got this at Goodwill.
Now I got to go grab some collectibles. I feel like I'm going to do that.
Oh, so question for you, Mike. I know the answer is realistically both, but if you have to pick, is it more Christmas or more Halloween for you?
I would go, oh my goodness. I feel like I've decided this before, but I think I would go Christmas, right? Because the story revolves around Christmas more, right? So I would have to go Christmas.
I mean, it makes sense, yeah.
Just based on how the story plot ends up, I would go Christmas. Yeah.
All right. I I always like wondering what people categorize it as, because I know it's a staple of some people's Halloween watching and it's a staple of some people's Christmas watching.
Oh yeah,
And some people it's both.
Yeah,
It's a movie about Christmas. That's the best way to describe it.
All right, let's go
I
ahead
actually
and
just
do
watched that for the first time this past year.
Wow, first time watch.
Wow.
It's good. I saw that in theaters. Jeeves. Come on.
Yeah, that's one that slipped through the cracks for me.
I wish stop motion was more relevant. Stop motion isn't used that much anymore. I feel like Leica's the main one keeping it going. So,
Yeah, and I don't think we've gotten a Leica movie in a while, right?
It's been a
couple years, yeah.
Since the Missing Link, right?
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Are they still making movies? I think they're making one right now, right?
I think they are.
I mean, it takes a few years to animate, so it'll be.
Yeah, it takes
a while.
years.
Yeah, that's probably why that's like a 10+ years sometime project, depending.
Yeah,
But
so
it just- it
Pinocchio
has-
took 1,000 days to shoot, I think.
It's usually 4, from what I can understand from Wikipedia, but I don't trust Wikipedia all that much too.
4 years sounds right because I think even with regular animation, yeah, usually animation just takes a lot longer than live action. Yeah, it's usually at least 4 years.
Yeah, hand drawn especially.
We got Lance saying my top 5 would be Toy Story 3, The Pacifier, The Incredibles, Wreck-It Ralph, and probably Pirates of the Caribbean. Good choices. Got live action, got animation in there. Nice. Yeah, Moves with Ryan says, yeah, Big Hero 6.
Big Hero 6.
Jim saying Watcher in the Woods is my favorite Disney production. Return to Oz is number 2. I've never seen Watcher in the Woods.
Choices.
Watcher in the Woods, that's a good one. That's some good scary 70s Disney right there.
Like a little bit of a creepy vibe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Tiana loves Cinderella. Lance saying, oh, another one I like is Emperor's New Groove. That is a great one.
Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah, really good.
What's Johnny watching? You know you love Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, Tim. Has anybody seen that on the channel? Has anybody...
Because this is the worst movie I've ever seen so far this year.
Oh my goodness. You saw it, Grant? Oh god.
I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It is straight up bad. And they should have not happened with the franchise. And we now get Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, and we get a good Bambi movie and another horror Disney movie that's going to be twice as bad going to be. I know what my prediction is, and we're already going to be getting a sequel, which holy something. I'm not going to swear because this is Mike's channel, but it's something that should have not happened.
I think I heard the budget on that Blood and Honey was like 100,000, right? Something like that.
Yeah, it made boatloads compared to its budget.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, there we go, guys. We can do that. We can gather our funds and make some kind of a Disney ripoff and make some money. There you go.
Yeah, no. I do original.
But what should we ruin?
I do original. No ripoff.
All right, I got Tiana saying my favorite Disney movie of all time is Alice in Wonderland. There we go. We could do that horror movie of that.
Right.
That could actually work.
Yeah, that was actually creepy.
That is a messed up one. If you get down to it, it's yeah.
A lot more.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just go into all the trippiness and have it be like a drama on like drugs and stuff. I mean, it could work. A downward spiral. Let's see. Film Addiction saying Christopher Robin was good. Yeah, I liked it. It was way better than I expected. I didn't expect much from him. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. Hisham saying everyone excited for Toy Story 5. I am, because I think the Toy Story franchise is one of the most consistent franchises out there and doesn't have a bad movie in it. So I will give it to them until they make a bad one. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, so 3 ended, and I thought 3 was a perfect ending. And I'm like, why did you make 4? And then I watched 4. I'm like, okay, this was really good, but it ended perfectly. So now it's the same thing on why are we jump starting this again? But I still will give it a shot because I like them all.
Yeah,
Tim,
I love 4.
I think I know the reason why that there is a 5th one. They need to finish the Sid story from the first film to bring it all into a conclusion for a 5th one, because we haven't seen Sid in Toy Story 4, and we haven't. Well, no, Toy Story 3 because he was a garbage guy.
Yeah.
But the fifth one, it needs to finish off a round note with Sid. That's it. No more after that. After 5, get it done. End it with 5. End it with 5, and then I'm okay with it.
Johnny saying Snow White is my all-time favorite Disney animated film. That's their first one, right? Or one of their first?
It's their first one.
Yeah, one of their first.
First full-length motion picture.
Yeah, full-length animated movie ever.
Yes, yeah.
1937.
Yep.
What's Johnny watching? Saying Chef. Is that a Disney movie?
Chef the movie. Robert Downey Jr. and John
Oh,
Favreau.
no, is Jim in here? Is Jim Powers in the chat? Because he's a chef.
Oh yeah, he is. Let's see. Tiana saying, Johnny, are you gonna watch the Snow White live action?
I am.
I'm gonna watch it. Yeah.
We'll try it.
I'll watch it, but I'll be.
Yeah, Johnny's saying, yeah, I'll watch it. Don't know if I'll like it though.
Exactly.
They're switching from the original animated story to the live action story, where she's they're going to be doing differences between the animation and the live action, if you know what I mean. But Rachel Selger as Snow White from West Side Story, perfect. Gail Goddard as the evil queen, perfectly well casted as well. So I'm not just going to talk. I'm just going to let Mike have the floor.
Well, actually, we're getting into our second Disney movie recommendation, so the floor is back to you, Grant.
Keep talking.
Should have kept my mouth shut, but okay. My number 2 franchise is actually going to be Inside Out. Why? Because Inside Out 2 is coming out this coming June, 2024, which will be the next time that we have a summer discussion. We will be talking about Inside Out 2. And this takes place during Riley's teen years. So why do I think about this being a franchise? It is well done. It is perfectly well emotional for many people that have seen the first film. And, of course, the short film Riley's First Date. And how can I put this into words? It is probably one of my favorite Pixar franchises of all time for me. Inside Out. Completely well done, spotted.
All right, and Tim, what do we got?
I'm gonna digging up holes.
Oh yeah,
Holes is so good. This is Shia's first movie outside of the Even Stevens movie, first theatrical movie. I thought it was great. Oh my goodness, the cast in this is freaking phenomenal. Sigourney Weaver, John Voight, Patricia Arquette, of course Shia. This is a really fun movie. I brought this up in a lot of streams. Jim Powers even notices Tim loves holes. I do love holes. But seriously, this is a really heartfelt, fun movie that still holds up for adults to watch now. It's a blast. Henry Winkler is in this as the father. That's awesome. So yeah, it's a great movie.
Have you read the book?
No. I've seen the movie.
There you go.
Yeah. Holes is a masterpiece.
Yes.
Holes is in my top 10 favorite movie list of all time. So I love Holes.
Yeah.
Never go wrong with Holes.
I worked at the theater when it came out, and I never watched it for some reason, but I hear great things about it now, so now I need to go back.
It's magical. It's so good.
No, it's not.
It's amazing. But Tim, you have a Blu-ray. How'd you get that Blu-ray?
It's Disney Movie Club.
Yeah.
Tell the people what they can do with the Disney Movie Club.
What do you mean? What you could do with it?
I mean,
that's a loaded question.
Yeah. That's inappropriate.
That's inappropriate.
So what now?
Tell them about the Disney Movie Club exclusives that they're only going to be available on Blu-ray.
Educate us, Tim, on Disney Movie Club.
I don't know that much. I sign up and I add stuff to cart and I buy it. I don't.
Okay. Well, because I've never gone on there, Tim. So is it like I could still get that Holes Blu-ray if I went on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want, they have a bunch of these, the Disney Movie Club exclusives. You could join it literally just buy the Disney Movie Club exclusives you want, and then you're done. Like, what is it? You need like 5 at full price,
4 or
but
5 or something like that.
yeah, but
5 for $1.
Yeah, but you
Well,
the full price ones, you need to buy like 5.
well, yeah, you gotta buy 5 at full price, but yeah.
Well, their sales actually are pretty good, so it's worth it, honestly. Especially like there's some other stuff I might be pulling that you're gonna be like, that's on Blu-ray. So yeah, they've got good stuff in there.
They got some good stuff on there for sure. I don't have any, but they had a lot of really good stuff on there.
Yeah, because they have the Black Cauldron as well, right? I think they have a Blu-ray of that.
I'm pretty sure that is. I'm pretty sure that's a Blu-ray.
There's one. Yeah.
Nice. All right, let's go to Caprice. What do we got?
So my next pick was actually already mentioned. It's actually Watcher in the Woods.
Nice.
It was one of my first spooky season movies. I love this movie. Betty Davis as Mrs. Aylwood was one of the creepiest old ladies I'd ever seen until I kind of understood her story a little bit. But this one is wild. Just the twists and turns it takes, and then the ending of this movie is crazy. I highly recommend this movie to anyone. It's usually one of the first ones that I actually bring up. But yeah, this one, that's why I put my hands up when Jim, said Watcher in the Woods is one of my favorites, because I never hear this brought up by anybody. I could swear that I was the only one who knew that this movie even existed. So this, if you haven't seen this movie, Watcher in the Woods, this one is actually only available on VHS and DVD. So this is my DVD cover, but yes, if you haven't seen this, I agree with Jim Powers and Fish and everybody else who's seen this. Definitely give it a try. It's very different, but if you give it a try, I feel like you'll enjoy it.
You're not alone, Caprice, because I've seen that movie when I was a little bit like 13 or 14, and it didn't scare me, but it actually really comprised of how Disney Halloween movies became to be from the 70s.
It was one of my first. This movie actually was on a VHS that my grandmother had made for my aunts. And it had all the recorded shows that she had recorded off Disney Channel off of it. And it just happened to be on there between Garfield and Ichabod and Mr. Toad. And so this movie was right in between. So I started watching Garfield one night and it turned into this. And I think I was maybe 8 or 9 at the time. This movie scared the shit out of me. So,
Oh yeah.
But then I couldn't get enough of it. So now it's one of my spooky season movies that I actually watch on rotation. So this
I think it might be available on Disney Movie Club as well. I might need to give it another look on Blu-ray, just in case.
Yeah, I need to watch it because I've never heard of it till now. So I'm glad you all mentioned it.
Neither am I. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Especially that it terrified you. I'm like, oh my gosh, how intense is this movie?
It's actually worth noting too with Caprice's picks. Disney was actually really good gateway horror for kids. They had a lot of stuff that could be horror for kids that can lead you down the path of horror. So it's pretty cool.
A lot of good creepy bits in there.
Hocus Pocus was great. So
yeah.
And then we got Hocus Pocus 2. And that was a sad day.
Yeah, I love that one.
He started.
You love Hocus Pocus 2? I couldn't get through it. I was done after 15 minutes.
Hocus.
What the heck is going on?
I care so much about it.
I loved it, man. It was just a straight up good Sanderson sisters revive, and then it just turns into a good story for me. I just love it, man.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I'm just an open guy. I'm just an open guy.
The original.
All right, Fish, what do we got?
All right. For my next one, I've got Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Another
Disney movie. I watched
it
it over and over and over again. I just got it recently because last year I became a Disney Movie Club member. I love this movie so much. It was so much fun. I had it on VHS. I watched it over and over. I probably almost wore that thing out. It's just a lot of fun, just adventure. the practical effects, the scene or the production with outside, the grass, the ants, the bees, the everything, the flowers, everything about it, so good. My gosh, Rick Moranis, wonderful. I love Rick Moranis. He's always been a favorite of mine, and this is just a really good, fun time. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes, that movie actually makes you like cry as a kid for an ant.
Right.
For an ant.
I know, right? Shoot, I cry for him now, Auntie.
Yeah. And then there's like you mentioned the practical effects, the way they set up some of those scenes where like when they're eating the Cheerios, you know, with the cutting from him grabbing Cheerios and then the kid actually in a giant thing of that wasn't actually milk, but
milk,
giant,
right.
Milk, with giant Cheerios. Like, that's really cool the way they cut that together. And I love that movie.
Makes me hungry for oatmeal cream pies too.
Yeah, exactly.
Be some playground of that at the Disneyland or something like that. All right, I have another live action. I didn't have to do a live action, but another live action Disney movie that is only on Blu-ray through the Disney Movie Club, I believe. So I have the DVD of it, and that is Harland Williams and Rocket Man.
Nice.
Rocket Man.
Wow.
Yet another one I saw in theaters. I love it. My son constantly, he knows it as the guy who farts in space movie. That's what it looks like. Yeah, this movie's hilarious. They really, I mean, I should get the Blu-ray of this. Is it in widescreen? Does anyone have it? Do you know? Because this one's in full screen because this is DVDs are still stupid.
I imagine it is. I mean, I have a bunch of the movie club exclusives. They're all widescreen.
Nice. I should sign up for that and get that. But yeah, Rocket Man's hilarious, and Harland Williams really should have had more lead roles after this because I found him hilarious in everything he ever did. So go watch Rocket Man. That's the good Rocket Man. Forget about that.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that one either. So I'm glad you.
Oh, it's hilarious. Good old stupid time.
All right, Mike.
I know you guys have all these great titles. I'm like, once again, the low-hanging fruit. So yeah. Well, anyway, we'll go with my favorite Pixar title of all time, and that's gonna be Coco. Yes, this movie is great. I just love the way it represents a culture with a Day of the Dead. The music is awesome in the movie. The animation style is fantastic, and it just transports you to a whole nother world. I love everybody's spirit animals in there. But then you got the awesome themes and messages about family and then having to remember your family and all that great stuff. And it got me pretty emotional the first time watching this in theaters. I might have teared up a little bit. I usually don't do that in movies. So yeah, really love Coco. One of my favorites. Well, favorite Pixar, but just one of my favorite Disney overall.
Nice. That's a good one.
Great.
Before I mention, right before we get into the comments, I want to mention these two because I own them in the collection already. These two were from Disney because Paramount decided to make a deal with them and make these two movies. They're both good. They're just not. Well, they're not in my third Disney movie recommendations, but I would recommend it for Paramount Plus. But I would highly recommend you checking these out for the Disney sake of completionists.
Nice. I gotta get that Dragon Slayer 4K still.
Yeah, that's a great 4K too.
Yeah, really good 4K.
Yeah, and it was actually reasonably priced. So there you go.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't $39.77 in Walmart.
No.
Silent Attacker saying my favorite Disney movies are Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, Avatar, National Treasure, and a bunch of others. Oh, nice.
Nice.
Johnny saying, "Where's my angels in the outfield?"
Oh, so good.
That's another one that's on a Disney Plus.
You have Silent Attacker saying, "Such a good movie, Tim. I love that movie too."
It's so nice to see all the National Treasure love. I love that.
Yeah, fun.
That's.
And no one mentioned number 2. Do people like the second one?
Second one's good too. Yeah, they're both
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, the Wonderful World of
one,
Disney
for
vibe
some reason.
should also be in there as well with the Disney Channel.
And then, but I think they just canceled the National Treasure series they were planning. Did you guys hear news on that?
Yeah,
that,
I feel like
that
they
happened.
canceled their streaming project. Yeah.
it
It
was.
didn't have Nick Cage though, right? I didn't watch it. It didn't have Nick Cage at all, right?
No, I think it was just to
No.
be the side character in that movie, his friend in there.
Yeah, I mean,
You know, he was on it.
If Nick Cage is in, I don't want it.
Yeah,
Nick-
Film Addiction, A Bug's Life better get mentioned.
It is. It's
Looks like
gonna
it's
be.
so good. Oh,
Craig saying Old Yeller was the
Oh,
first
Old
Disney
Yeller.
movie.
Oh, no, dude, no.
Start off with a bang, I see.
Just
Don't
saying,
make
let's go, Biff. He always has the good ones. Oh, I love this movie as a kid. Oliver and
Oliver.
Company.
My wife loves that one. Anything with animals, my wife loves.
Johnny saying, I actually didn't mind the Cinderella remake.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's not bad. That's before they got old.
Yeah, because that's the one that Kenneth Branagh did, right? Didn't he do Cinderella?
Yeah, I think so. That was like the first one out of all of them, more or less, that like people cared about at least.
Wait, Derek, I think it was Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book that actually got started first. And
That's
then
That was the first
the
one? I can't remember which one to switch.
I think it was that along with 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yeah, that got
with
that
Glenn
one.
Close.
This one's a lot older.
I know my Disney history, so basically, get some Disney history. I got some for you.
You guys are like experts over here compared to me.
I'll
let's
give you more. I'll give you more.
Johnny's saying someone had better mention Flubber or Johnny's gonna get a blow gasket.
And it
Blow
will.
gasket.
It will.
DVD at Walmart today. And,
Grumpy Gills.
Was that like
cute.
perfect timing or what?
Smart move, Mike. Smart move.
remember when people like,
Johnny's saying Nightmare Before Christmas makes my skin crawl. Yeah, it gets creepy in there for sure. Like those
Just
kids
creepy.
are terrifying in it. The Oogie Boogie kids.
Oh, Lock, Shock, and Barrel.
Mhm.
shot.
Yeah, it got popular recently with Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular, and then people are started watching them yearly after the Unleash the Villains event in 2013. So it got way more popular in the 2010s, other than originally when it came out back then.
Definitely, yeah. Everyone loves that now.
And then Adam the Movie Hunter saying, hello, everyone. Still at work, but checking in for a bit. Well, thank you for
Adam.
joining us.
Thank you, Adam.
Silent Attacker says, if Disney does not start bringing out my favorite TV shows on Disney Plus, I'm going to start trying to get bootlegs of him because I've seen people who have bootlegs of different TV shows from Disney Plus. Yeah, they're definitely out there.
They exist, yeah.
Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do.
If they made them, people would
What
buy
you
them.
gotta do?
Let's see. Adam is saying, I break Disney up into live action and animation for favorites. So Herbie and Little
Nice.
Mermaid are my go.
Herbie. Oh, I love
Nice.
Herbie.
What kind of car is a Herbie?
I know it's a love bug. I know a Volkswagen love bug. I know that.
I think it's a Corvette, Tim. Isn't it a Corvette?
Oh,
It's a red
God.
It's a slug bug.
Is
It's
he,
red.
is he a transformer now?
It's a slug bug.
All right. It's Optimus Prime. Okay, we all know this.
That's Transformers.
Isham says, who is the most powerful Disney princess? Isn't that well, it has to be Elsa, right? She got like Sub-Zero power, so
Yeah, probably.
In the animated version, in the animated style, Elsa, yes. In the live action, I know no one is going to mention this already, but Ariel is already kicking it up for me with Holly Bailey's performance. So she's currently up there with the best Disney princess live action adaptation. So yeah.
Jim saying, anyone ever see the 3D show at Disney? So cool.
Fantalusion.
Kids show, yeah. Nothing was
Fantalusion. It's actually really good. They just updated it with Coco too.
They also had a Muppets 3D show down at Disneyland, Disneyland, but
Hollywood Studios.
it was so great. I was so angry when they got rid of it. It was so awesome, but no one gives Jim Henson any love anymore. So
Hey Caprice. It's still available at Disney Hollywood Studios in Florida.
I don't live in Florida. I live in California. So Disneyland is my land.
I wouldn't go there either if I lived close enough to Disneyland. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair
I live in
enough.
between both of them, so it sucks either way for me.
I got Evil Kangaroo saying howdy everybody. Also, I'm much more of a fan of the earlier nostalgic Disney films, though I did have fun with Onward, Luca, and Raya and the Last Dragon. I liked Raya and the Last Dragon.
Thank you.
Dude, but Onward was so great.
Onward is
It was so good.
When you have a son like right when it comes out, that doesn't hit you at all.
Right?
And of course, my all-time favorite film is Curse of the Black Pearl, so that'd be my favorite.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Nice.
Love that
Yeah,
one.
I kind of forgot about that until I was
Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
And then Evil Kangaroo saying Night at the Museum and National Treasure surprisingly still hold up for being cheesy 2000s. Love them both. Yeah, I totally forgot Night at the Museum. Mm-hmm.
That's 20th Century Fox, by the way.
Yeah, that's not a Disney movie.
Is it? Okay. Film Addiction saying, agree, Johnny. Love Dragon Slayer. It was a first-time watch for me, though.
It's actually
I haven't seen
I
it.
hope this isn't the case, Hisham, because this sounds like disturbing news. Is Disney really making a Dragon Ball movie? I hope not.
Not in my knowledge.
It doesn't sound correct, but I definitely hope not.
No, it's Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
I think Crunchyroll.
All right, let's get into now our third Disney movie recommendation here. So number 3. Grant, what do we got?
Okay. Third franchise ranking. I am actually going to go a little bit easier since we have the Disney villains of Descendants. We reviewed Inside Out. I'm going to go a little bit easier for many people out there since I already kind of like a little bit more of expectations. I know everyone has said, oh, how is this not even going to get mentioned? Toy Story. Someone told me saying it better be Toy Story 4. No, it's all because I love. Thank you, Derek.
I know you literally just took half my stack. So while you talk, I might as well show mine.
Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3 are really good. Fourth, yeah, thank you, Mike. Thank you, Fish. Yeah, and there's gonna be a fifth one. Unfortunately, wow, I'm getting the Toy Story love right now. But yeah. Yeah,
let's continue, Grant. I'm just showing them.
Yeah. But in all honesty, I grew up with most of the Toy Story stuff when I was a kid, and Lightyear on. To me, it's also counts as a Toy Story film, but well, not for me. But it's an original film to be a part of that franchise. So I'm just gonna write that right off the bat. Toy Story is my number 3.
Nice choice.
Yeah. And with that, you took out half my pile.
Sorry. Sorry, Mike.
It's easier to do the whole franchise when it comes down to a franchise like that. Yeah.
All right. So I was born in 87. So when you think about when this came out, I think I'm about the same age as her. I had a crush on Lindsay Lohan. Parent Trap is so good. I mean, a lot of kids my age, I think, had a crush on Lindsay Lohan. But yeah, Parent Trap is great. This is so much fun. It's an evil, sadistic idea from the parents. The parents, it's a playful, fun movie, but these parents split twins up and made them not even know that each other exist. That's evil. That is outright evil. But the movie is a blast. It's a lot of fun. They find out about each other, and yeah, it's a good movie. Evil though, but yeah.
I'm just checking to see if Lindsay Lohan is the same age as you. She's 36.
There we go.
She's born in 1986 because she's the exact same age as one of my friends.
Well, I'm 36.
July 2nd.
Was born in 87.
July 2nd, yep. I knew that, sadly. My kid's here now and things. He brought me all these Disney plushes because he knows we're talking about Disney movies.
Aw.
Well, let's see them. Let's just show them off, Derek. What do we got?
You got Sleepy Mickey, who's adorable. And you got Captain Hook.
Love it.
For Halloween last year. Not last year, 2 years ago. Last year he was Sam from Trick or Treat. A Pinocchio. We had to get this off like Ferrari or something. This is like an old like Disney World one. Go back in your room.
It makes me sad. I wish I went to Disney when I was a kid, and I wish I had one of my stuffed animals, the one that I got. I got it at Epcot, and I got it in Japan. It was the Minnie with the kimono. It was so gorgeous. I miss it.
By the way, do you guys remember there's also It Takes Two with the Olsens that is almost the same plot, but even crazier in that they're not related. They're two girls that just happen to look identical. That's insane. At least this is their identical twins split at birth. But I rewatched that It Takes Two not long ago. I'm like, this is no Parent Trap at all.
I don't hear about that one that much. I hear about the original a lot more than that one. So I'm surprised you pulled that one over the original.
I mean, think about the time frame. She was literally my age. This was
I know.
Yeah, this is childhood nostalgia right here for me.
Yeah, and then Tim, you bringing up the Olsen movies. I remember my mom had like tons of VHS tapes. There were so many Olsen twin movies. Like literally, there was like hundreds of them. I'm like, how did they do so many movies?
Well, they shot them all in one weekend.
They like covered every genre. Like there was a Western one. Like they just went through everything.
Yeah,
they went through horror.
Yeah, we need to see if anyone hasn't watched it, go on YouTube when we're done and look up "Put It on the Pizza" in slow motion, and it's the funniest video you'll ever watch.
Oh god, that was so terrifying to me.
And also, Tim, have you seen Three Identical Strangers?
Yes, that movie is absolutely bonkers.
I'm like, oh, the Parent Trap, like that real thing that happened.
That real thing.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. I've never seen that though. Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. That's messed up.
They're adapting it into an actual movie now too. But the documentary, it blew my mind. I'm like, the fact that this happened, it's mind-boggling. But it's good.
They're like, let's turn it, and that's like the Disney-fied version of it, essentially. So it's like what they did with everything. You got to kick my cat out of here before he starts climbing all over everything.
Meow.
All right, Caprice, what do we got?
Okay, so my next pick is called Child of Glass. So this movie is old. My mom is crazy about this movie. This again is another one of the movies that got me into spooky movies. This movie is so much fun. It's about a boy named Alexander, and he's got his neighbor here, and they just move into a colonial in Georgia, and there's a spirit in the house who's trying to get his help, and it's so cool. I wish I heard more about this movie too, but again, it's so old. I don't even think a lot of people my age know this movie. This, I believe, is, if I'm not 100%, I'm just guesstimating here, but I believe this is early 70s Disney. But yeah, this movie is fantastic. I don't know if you can see it anywhere. I don't know if maybe YouTube has this on there, but I was lucky enough to get this a while ago. It's kind of just been on my shelf, but this one, along with Watcher in the Woods, is again another top threer for me. Definitely check it out if you can. Again, I don't know where you would be able to see it, but maybe if you give it a search, you can maybe find it cut into segments. But yeah, this is a great movie too.
That is one of the wonderful world of Disney movies that I've been searching on the Disney Wiki, and I think you can only find the DVD release on eBay or somewhere down the lines because I've been keeping my Disney history very well with the wonderful world of Disney, and Child of Glass was the ones that I was so not getting used to, but hey.
Fun fact.
It's fine for what it was for me.
Yeah, fun fact about this is actually the most expensive DVD in my collection.
Okay.
So This I had to actually go and get this from its hiding spot because I actually don't have this out in the house because it is the most expensive one that I have. I've never spent the amount of money I did on a DVD than I did for this because I had to have it. So
yeah, so some of those older ones are crazy expensive. There's a Bruce Campbell one called like Gold Rush or something like that. It's like a $70 DVD to buy. Like, damn.
It's up there because again, the vault.
Yeah. We lost a fish.
I know. He just kept on swimming and just swimmed on away.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Popping in and bringing me Disney things every
Well,
like 2
how about-
minutes.
Derek, go.
Oh, hi. All right. So this one is a Blu-ray. Oh, there's good. You can go. I don't care. Let's not screw things up.
Yeah, take it away, Fish.
What happened? Did I get booted?
Yeah, you got the Wi-Fi connection just kind of got started on your place.
It's all good. It's all good. Okay. The next one for me. I love all three of these. We kind of touched on it earlier a little bit, but all three of these ladies are fantastic for me. The Sanderson sisters and Hocus Pocus. I didn't know it then, but as a young gay man, all three of these would become icons for me. Captain and Jimmy, Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, fantastic. I love this. It's a lot of fun. Great Halloween movie. It's a story of Max and his little sister Danny and them lighting the black flame candle and reigniting oh my gosh. What's the word I'm looking for, guys?
All heck breaks loose.
Right. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, the Sanderson sisters come back and wreak havoc on Salem once again, 300 years later. So, like I said, I love this movie. It's fantastic. Just a lot of fun. Yeah. So, Hocus Pocus is my next one.
Check out the Hocus Pocus Villain Spectacular on YouTube because that got the whole Hocus Pocus franchise got started. The whole entire thing from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party from YouTube. And I think Mike can leave a description for that one as well. Hopefully.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Send me the link and I'll put it in the description. Yeah. Derek.
I'm gonna move things now. All right. Like I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by Fish. This one is on Blu-ray.
Hey, Mr. Grumpy Gills.
Another live-action Disney movie from the 90s this time. Well, I guess the other one was the 90s. What am I talking about? This is one of my favorite summer movies as well. I remember I mentioned it on like Tim's summer movie thing like 1,000 years ago. That was your channel, right? I remember now. But it was very relatable for me, even though I never went to summer camp. But I could just get along with these kids, and I wish I could hang out with them, and that would be.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh.
This is Ben Stiller's finest hour, and it always will be, in my opinion. But yeah, Heavyweight's hilarious. These kids are adorable. Keenan is still, kicking butt on SNL, or not anymore, I guess, but he was for like a million years. And the guy who played Jerry is a model, which is funny. So look into that. But yeah, Heavyweights is hilarious. If you haven't seen Heavyweights, do yourself a favor. It's funny. Funny movie.
Got the VHS here.
Nice.
But yeah, this is a good one. Really good pick, Derek.
It is.
I need all these movies. Disney's gonna get so much of my money later.
At least you can get Heavyweights easily. It's a real Blu-ray, not a club one.
It's a real Blu-ray.
Real Blu-ray, not one of the Disney one.
All right. I guess we're on to me now. So, we're gonna have to go to the boutique labels for this one. Of course, the one I think Disney boutique title now is gonna be WALL-E. Yes, WALL-E on Criterion. But I really like this movie. It's kind of played in two parts. The first half is like a silent film where it's just emotional with little WALL-E cleaning up the planet and then meets Eve. And so that's really cute. And how they deal with it being completely quiet is pretty interesting. And then the second half gets a little bit more action adventure packed. But I love the themes and messages, and it's kind of scary to think, is the world turning that way right now with all the technology and, people getting lazier and things of that nature? So, but I love how they put this on Criterion. The special features are fantastic in this. So, yeah, if you don't have this on Criterion and you love the movie, I'd recommend going that route once it gets that sale price in July, of course.
Have you seen Hello, Dolly? Because some of that movie clips from WALL-E is from that movie, Hello, Dolly.
I haven't seen that yet. No.
Yeah, that's the one he's watching his little trailer or whatever.
I've really enjoyed WALL-E. The back half I wasn't as interested in as the first half. I liked kind of just WALL-E existing. I don't know. It was just kind of mesmerizing watching him just diddle around and do his thing for like a half hour of the movie. I was like, this is wonderful.
Yeah, it shouldn't work, but it's amazing, and it is the better part of the movie.
Yeah.
And it was like the visual consultant on that was Roger Deakins, and you can tell when you're watching it.
Yeah.
It looked like a Roger Deakins movie. It's perfect.
Yeah, now I just hope we get more boutique treatment of Disney stuff.
Yeah, let's think about that.
It gives us a little bit of hope,
Yeah.
Holes next on Criterion. There we
Oh
go.
my goodness.
Willow the series on Criterion.
I tell you, they can do it so easily. Like with the art, just cut out the little holes like they did with Parasite. There you go. You got your front cover artwork.
Yeah.
All right. All right, let's check into this chat here. Huck saying, yes, Parent Trap. Great pick, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Craig saying, not as good as the original, though.
The
I've
original
only
is
seen
good.
the original. Yeah.
But I'll tell you, nostalgia is a son of a gun. Like you grow up with the specific version,
Right.
and that becomes your version.
Yeah, see, I'm the older one. I'm the Haley Mills version, and that's I think Tim, we're only like 10 years apart. So yeah, that 10 years is a
Yeah.
Courtney Richmond saying, I love the Parent Trap. I tried Oreos and peanut butter because of that movie.
That movie's to blame, huh?
Nice.
Silent Attacker saying my favorite Disney TV shows on Disney Plus are Mandalorian, Obi-Wan, Andor, and WandaVision and Loki. I love WandaVision, so
yeah,
I'm with you on that one.
That's been my
I
favorite.
couldn't get through Andor. Did you guys all watch Andor?
I didn't watch Andor yet. I heard it was good, but
I'm not.
I tried a few episodes. It wasn't doing it for me.
yeah, I've been so turned off by Star Wars in general lately. I'm just like,
Yeah. And then I didn't hear good things about Mando season 3, and then I was disappointed after Boba Fett, so I'm like, I'm not even giving it a try.
Boba Fett was terrible.
Well, we are getting Ahsoka really soon, and what is another one that just came out on May 4th? Young Jedi Adventures, just for your little son, Derek, because it's Disney Junior type, really.
Yeah, he might like that then. He loves his Spidey and the Amazing Friends stuff.
Jim Powers knows what's going on. I need that DVD. I have to grab that at some point.
I can't even remember what that is.
Yeah, it was one of the Disney, not Disney Channel originals. It was
Oh,
one
it was
of
a Disney one. Okay,
the ones that aired on ABC.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a
Amazing
Disney-
The Wonderful World of
Yeah.
Disney, Tim.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was one of those.
They just owned him at that point.
Silent Attacker saying, and the one movie that I used to watch over and over when I was a kid was Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey, and Homeward
Both
Bound
good.
2, Lost in San Francisco.
I stand by those are the correct ways to do talking animals. I don't like when the animals' mouths move. I prefer them just being animals and you just hear it. That
Inner dialogue. Yeah.
I think Babe is the only movie where they actually like talk that I like. I can think of.
So you're not excited for Strays coming out? Is that what you're trying to say?
No.
I'm so excited for that
It
movie.
looks funny. And my wife's a dog groomer, so she's gonna go see it with us.
It looks pretty funny. I'll give it that.
Like I said, it takes me out of it when the animals are like you see them talking. I just prefer the animal to be an animal.
He likes the deep inner monologue of the end.
Yeah, I kind of like this idea from Hisham right here. So Michael Bay, the Incredible, I guess he's directing it. And then we're starring David Harbour as Mr. Incredible, Scarlett Johansson as Elastic Girl, and Samuel L. Jackson as Frozone.
Sam
down
Jackson
for that.
was Frozone live
Get some,
action.
Mayhem action.
Yeah, there's no reason to even change that casting. Yeah,
No,
Call me out.
Work.
No.
No one could do it. No one could do that.
No.
That's it. No.
No, Pixar can do it. Nobody else can.
Jim saying Ben Stiller character in that one was very similar to his character in Dodgeball.
That's why those are the two movies he's the best in.
Yeah, I love Dodgeball.
I haven't heard this. Silent Attacker says, did any of you guys hear what Harrison Ford say? If anyone tries to take over Indiana Jones, he said he would come back and haunt them.
I have.
He doesn't care about Han Solo.
As he should.
Too bad the new one's probably terrible.
Yeah, Huck saying, yeah, Fish, I also
Thank
grew
you,
up
Derek.
with Haley Mills' version. Both are quite good. Johnny saying, I tried crushed Oreos and chili thanks to Lethal Weapon 2. Wow. That does not sound like a good combination.
I could see that being okay, actually.
Yeah, I think I might try that later sometime, but it's never gonna happen with Oreo and peanut butter.
My wife loves
Oreo
it.
and peanut butter is way more acceptable than Oreo and chili.
I hate
Yeah, but
Oreos.
have you ever tried squid in a can? That's worse.
I didn't even know they had that.
wouldn't touch
I
that
didn't
either.
know that was an option.
I'll take pickled turkey gizzards over squid in a can.
Or the
Evil
Carolina
Finger.
Reaper.
Will Avatar 2 ever come out on Disney Plus? It's almost half a year since it's theatrical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out soon, right?
June 6th.
Mm-hmm. There you go. A few more days. Yeah, coming out a few days. Yep. And then the physical media release is coming out soon too. So there you go.
Yeah.
The Indiana Jones movie just plopped on at Disney Plus too. I didn't even realize. I was scrolling through and I was like, oh.
Mando snoring.
Yeah, I think I watched like the first episode of that, and I didn't even pay attention to it. The first season was cool, and the second season was watchable, and then Boba Fett was horrible, and then I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, I tapped out on those Disney Plus, Star Wars, and Marvel shows. Most of them.
Yeah, it's because of this.
At least the Marvel ones are all different characters for the most part.
They're just pumping them out too fast. They're oversaturation. They're not letting it build up. They're just here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Here's something
Yeah,
new.
they're,
Here's something
they're
new. Here's
definitely
something new.
not going to
Here's
get
something
any better with the writer's strike going on. So that's another 2 years of
Also,
Probably not good
quality
job.
over quantity, right?
Right. Maybe we'll miss them at that point then, and it'll be nice.
Don't expect too
Tony's
much.
here. Basement Blues. Babe
Babe
was
is great.
good.
Yeah, Babe was good.
Yeah, wait. Babe, wasn't that that had some
Universal.
Oscar thing, right? Derek, what was it? It got nominated for something, didn't it?
Yeah, that was nominated for Best Picture, yeah.
There you go.
And it won visual effects over Apollo 13 somehow.
I
But
love
good for them.
Also, Babe is Universal. Just to clear that up.
Great movie.
Thank you, Tony. It
Johnny
does-
saying
It's just
you
an
got
easy
the
continue
sweet and
period.
the spicy.
That's the problem.
You got the sweet and the spicy. I love it. it kind of feels like I was born to be hot and ready to party at the same time for me.
Cinnamon sugar Oreos in chili would be really good. That's a thing, right?
Don't jinx it, Derek. Don't jinx it.
Because people put cinnamon rolls in their chili in certain parts of the country. In the South, they do that.
Who is doing this?
I know this is all new to me too. Yeah, we're in California, so what's happening with the rest of the world?
That's a,
Oh, Lady and the Tramp.
Yeah, we got a
Oh,
lady.
another toy. Let's see.
Yeah, he just keeps running there. Got a lady in a little
oh, spaghetti.
Oh, the
nice.
spaghetti scene.
he just keeps running down here with things. So I'm like, all right.
He's like,
Lots of upstairs.
like-
I'm like, hey, hand him this.
be
Okay,
like,
here we go.
oh, here you go, Daddy. Here you go.
All my stuff.
I mean, the good thing is he's only swung into his playroom. That's the closest thing he's done to cleaning his room in a while.
Like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, trying to get upstairs.
I
Let
have an
him do
entire
it.
bucket of Toy Story toys behind me I could grab out, but I ain't doing that.
Oh. All right.
All right. So now we're on. Wait, did I say a title yet? Yeah, I did. Yeah, we went through the comments. Yeah, so now we're on to our fourth Disney movie recommendation. So Grant, what do we got?
All right. It got easier when it hit 3. Now it's going to get even more harder with fourth because I'm trying to think of what other franchises that I haven't even covered. But I'm actually going to go with another Disney Channel original movie franchise, if you can get my meaning on this. But I am going to go with Twitches. The Disney... It's available on Disney Plus for those of you that are wondering, and it's not that hard to find either because it's just some wizardy magic type of creepy elements in there, but it's way better than Disney's other original channel movie, Zombies, with Milo Manhan and Zed Emberlin. Zed Emberlin. I'm probably butchering that name, but Twitches is the fourth pick that I'm going to be choosing with just simple, straight up Disney movies from my choosing.
What was Twitches, the one with Tia and Tamara?
Yep, yep, that one. The first one and the second one, by the way.
All right, yeah, I remember that then.
All right, Tim.
All right. So mine, I struggled between like legitimate top 5 and just 5 I really wanted to talk about. So this is one I want to talk about because I don't think anyone else is going to pull it. I just rewatched it today. Man of the House.
I saw that in theaters.
Rewatching this again. This came out in 95, so I would have been like 8 years old when this came out. You got Home Improvement on. Jonathan Taylor Thomas is the it kid in Hollywood. Chevy Chase is still funny at this time. It is so much fun. And what's funny is watching this as a kid, you're on Jonathan Taylor Thomas's side. You're like, yeah, get that guy out. You don't want him invading with your mother. You want him out of the house. But like when you watch it as an adult, like he's actually like a really good guy. He's just trying his best, and he's evil towards him. Super fun. It's so funny when you go watch a movie as a kid and adult and watch it in a completely different way. But yeah, really good one.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one
either. Theaters, but I remember enjoying it. It has George Wendt in it. I remember that much.
What was it called?
Man of the House. But
Man of the House.
It's Man of the House from 95 because there's a Man of the House from like 05 that has nothing to do with it. With
multiple Man of the Houses. I was going to say that too.
I love that movie. Oh.
What would GT do?
So my next pick is Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Oh,
nice.
So this one was also on that VHS tape. This is actually on the very end. The thing with it was that it literally cut off the ending. So I didn't see the ending until years later.
No.
I know.
Oh, no.
And when I saw the ending of the movie, I was like, this movie is spectacular. It's a little long. I'll admit it's one of the longer ones here. But this one, again, super creepy. There's a character in here called Mr. Dark. He's here in the front. These two boys, they live in this town in the middle of nowhere, and a carnival comes through, and all this weird stuff starts happening. They see some stuff that they're probably not supposed to see, and then this guy, Mr. Dark, and his carnival of creepies start coming after these two little boys. It's another great Halloween movie, but you could also watch this at any time. I wouldn't really watch this with anyone under the age of 10, though. It's a little, especially with the two boys, it gets a little creepy. But yeah, I love this movie. This movie is fantastic.
You've got some really cool picks.
Really good picks, Caprice.
You could totally see your love for horror in those picks.
Right.
Can we just call Caprice the Disney horror girl?
Dracula Disney horror girl.
I would take it. I would take it.
Awesome. No, forget it.
All right, Fish.
All right. Well, I am going back to one of my favorite live actions, one of my favorite musicals, one of my favorite singers ever, and Julie Andrews in Mary Poppins.
This is the
movie is
reason why we're friends.
This movie is fantastic. I love this movie so much. So many wonderful, wonderful musical numbers. So many fantastic dance numbers as well. Step in Time, that on the rooftops of London with the fire. I mean, with the chimney stacks and everything is wonderful. The animation, mixing animation and live action together, gorgeous. I can't say enough about this. Just so many wonderful songs. A Spoonful of Sugar, Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, Derek. So yes, Mary Poppins is my next pick. So fantastic, fantastic, wonderful movie.
Yeah, I dig it.
I had the biggest crush on Dick Van Dyke in that movie when I was younger.
And he's still killing it with that number too.
He's like what, 98?
Something like that, yeah. I can't believe when he was in the sequel or whatever. It was ridiculous.
He went to Disneyland, I think, for his 97th birthday. And at 97, he still did Step in Time on Main Street.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins is actually really good for me.
Like, I love him so. It's going to be so rough when he passes away, but I love Dick Van Dyke to death. I'm so happy that you picked that.
He's adorable.
Thank you. Oh yeah, wonderful. Thank you.
And did you guys care for that recent sequel they did on that one?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Never didn't watch it.
Like, no. Oh, you didn't see it, Fish?
I haven't seen it. When it comes to Disney sequels, I'm very picky. I've only seen like Frozen 2, and the Toy Stories. I haven't seen any yeah.
I totally forgot the Return of Mary Poppins is in my collection. I'm like, I totally forgot to grab that one. So it's very forgettable. Very forgettable. But I think one day.
Well, Stephen, I love Emily Blunt, but I mean, it's Julie Andrews. You know, so.
It's not as good, but I liked it more than I thought it would, for sure.
I liked it. I thought Emily Blunt was really good in it.
She does a good job for the most part. My kid's around if you can't tell. Want to see all the stuff he brought me? Since
yes. We
got Tim. Here's your poo.
Pooh Bear.
You got a Oogie Boogie, who I think sings. I can't remember. No, he's broken.
No.
He used to sing. And he goes in the
dark.
dark.
We better be careful with the music because we don't want to get it covered. Nice.
What else did you bring me, buddy? Get off him. We got a Stitch Sleepy Guy. And we got.
I'm super jealous of your son's
Marie.
collection.
Right? Nice.
You know who is the biggest Bambi fan?
They're lucky.
Marie? Are you going to say Marie?
I said, yeah, Marie.
Yeah, Joe and Marie have like almost every copy you can get of that movie.
And then Lucky. That's the last one.
Oh, there you go.
101 Dalmatians.
Alrighty. And on a similar note, my fourth pick is Tron.
Oh
wow.
Nice.
Right?
That includes the Legacy, right?
It's Tron and Tron Legacy. So
okay.
Honorable mention to Tron Legacy because it's better than you give it credit for, everybody out there. Yeah, go to bed. It's like 9:30. Jesus.
I think Tron Legacy is generally pretty liked now. It just
nice.
Yeah, it's like a 5-disc set where it's got the 3D version of it and both movies and all that fun stuff. This lights up, but I don't know how well it lights up anymore. Not well enough to see. But it's cool. But yeah, Tron is an amazing.
Cool.
Yeah, like that.
The iFest movie from 1981. So, Tron, you want to take it? Go look at it. Yeah.
Now he's gonna watch it.
Yeah. Watch Tron, son. Learn my ways.
So what you're saying is I need to watch the Tron movies.
Yes, Tron is.
I will add them to the list.
It needs a 4K, number one. Both of them do because they're both beautiful. The soundtrack of the second one is one of my favorite scores of all time. Yeah, I used to have that CD. It was great. But the first one was just looking at behind the scenes making of the first one and how complicated that movie is to make. they shot it like on black and white, and then they had to like do multiple layer paneling to get the colors the way they wanted. And they were disqualified from the Academy Awards for their visual effects because of their CGI, because they considered it cheating at the time. So back in 1981, computer graphics were cheating at the Oscars.
Wow. Wow.
How
They should just
foolish
give
they
them an
were.
Oscar in retrospect 40 years later.
Right?
But yeah, Tron is
Posthumous
amazing.
Oscar.
All right. So, once again, a title everybody knows because I've been playing the clip all night with Finding Nemo. Yay, just keep
I love that movie, though.
Yeah, great movie, very emotional. I mean, it's just a great story about, you know, a dad searching for his, you know, lost child, and he's trying to conquer the ocean to get there. He runs into all the sharks. He gets to ride with the sea turtles, and you know, it's a good story about learning about, you know, I guess you can't be too overprotective, right? Because that's why Nemo, you know, kind of left and wanted to touch the boat, and then he gets all captured and everything. But anyway, it works out in the end, and they meet a whole bunch of friends along the way, so it's fun. But yeah, I really like Finding Nemo. So great cast of characters too.
That's easily one of the best movies ever. Yeah.
Have you seen the music video from Emily Moore? She is a really good artist that puts instrumental music into words, and they did it with Finding Nemo, and another one with Up, with Merry Life music turned into words. I listened to her, and I started bawling my eyes out after the Up song. And I know that she's going to be doing more in the future. Just want to give you a little bit of a heads up where the instrumental music came from, just a little bit.
Yeah. And that's a good point to think about too, just in general with Disney has such great music. Such great music in all their movies. So definitely a highlight. All right, let's see in the chat here. Everybody just saying hello to everybody pretty much. Let's see. Oh, some more weird stuff from Film Addiction saying, when I was a kid, I ate mayonnaise and ketchup sandwiches. What's going on here, Film Addiction? What was it? Oreos and chili, and now mayonnaise and ketchup sandwiches.
See, I don't like either of those two things, so that's disgusting to me.
Well, I guess if you mix the mayonnaise and ketchup, doesn't that get used Thousand Island or something? I don't know. I feel like that's a spread, right? Isn't that a spread?
So what you're saying is for next Oscars, that's what you're eating, right there.
There you go. See, Film Addiction.
One of the things on the table.
Just reading that.
The water from the ketchup bottle before the ketchup actually comes out, that was one of the things.
Or drink a disgusting juice for the Oscars.
Just reading, I feel like I can smell it and taste it. Like I'm in that headspace right now, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, they should just put that in Terrifier 3, and that'll definitely get people going up for sure.
Yeah, Terrifier 3 is coming, guys. Terrifier 3 is coming.
Just have it be a mayonnaise sandwich and someone eating it for 2.5 hours. That'd be scarier than the second one was to me.
Great.
Throwing up in the theater.
You're about to make me throw up.
Someone at Tucker saying I've already pre-ordered Avatar and 4K Avatar 2. Yep.
Yeah, Avatar the way I want it.
They're gonna look really good.
Yeah. We'll get them eventually.
Oh, Film Addiction saying sounds like a good one, Caprice.
It is. It is.
Derek saying Chevy's career fell like Gerald Ford off a ladder.
Derek,
It's nice if you see the other comment about it as Connie did. But
you're in the live stream and you're in the chat. What else can you do that we don't see?
juggle, but my hand's broken.
Yeah, I feel like Chevy Chase, he kind of disappeared for a while, but then he came back on Community. So you know,
yeah,
there's
but
that.
I mean, he was pretty much hated by most of the cast. The big part, he's an awful.
Everyone hates Chevy Chase so much.
Yeah, he's terrible to work with. So, yeah, I'm fine with him being gone. His old movies are good.
Yeah, he was funny when he was relevant.
Yeah,
like in Caddyshack and stuff.
Right. Yeah. Keep the nostalgia and the 80s, 90s.
There you go, Derek. Some more food. Now you got dog treats. Does
I
anybody
literally just
remember
watched
Lethal
Lethal
Weapon?
Weapon. I don't
We'll
remember.
get eating the dog treats.
Man.
Lethal Weapon 3 when he was
Yeah,
trying
were
to
you
quit
thinking
smoking.
about the dog treats? That's what. Tony saying I thought Mary Poppins Returns was okay.
Yeah, I like it enough. I only watched it. I saw it in theaters. I haven't watched it since, but it was pretty good.
Film
Neither do
Addiction
I.
saying agreed, Fish. I don't do a lot of Disney sequels.
I don't either. I really
Your
have to
opinion
be
matters.
interested in order to do it.
Unless
I
they
gotta-
rhyme with Toy Story, they're not usually very good.
Yeah, Johnny watching saying I could picture a horror Bambi flick, a rabbit deer taking out everyone. Aren't they doing something with Bambi? I feel like they were doing.
Yeah, they
something.
are.
Yeah,
They
Right?
are.
Aren't they? Yeah.
Bambi
Oh,
and then
mid-level
Peter
meat.
Pan.
Yep, Kenny Level saying Tim with the fresh cut.
We just talked about this right before we went live, so I'm not going to talk about Tim's haircut because he kind of like copies me a little bit, but just a little bit of a short hair.
Yeah, Tony saying Tim's I don't work for FedEx no more haircut. Congratulations on that again,
Yeah,
Tim.
congratulations.
Yeah, you're happy to be done with it.
No, it's
No,
been more better than ever.
Yeah, be done.
Film Addiction, Ken the Man. I hope you all have a great weekend. Tony throwing up over there. Which
Yeah.
one got you, Tony? What was the one that?
His haircut's not that bad. Really. Come on. I think it was the mayonnaise and ketchup sandwich. That's what he
Yep.
reacted to.
I'm telling you.
Got to time your comments there, Tony. Come on. You're being weird.
Oh, come on, Tony. John Doe Gigolo saying, "Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late. No worries. Thank you for joining in."
John Doe.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, so now we're already on to our fifth here, right? Fifth
Yep, our
Disney
fifth.
movie recommendation. All right, number 5, Grant.
Well, what better way to end the recommendations with a good Disney movie that I grew up in the past? I grew up in the 2000s, mainly on the 2000s millennial days, but I never actually thought about my fifth pick until Derek brought his a little bit miniature toys. That reminded me a little bit of The Lion King, which absolutely really well done movies. Sorry, Mike, if I outdated your collection pick.
It's okay,
Yeah.
just keep going.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
sorry, Mike. Lion King 1, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. It's decent, but it may not be your cup of tea. But the Lion King 1.5, both of them are from Disney Toon Studios, by the way. The second and the half film, and then it gets a little bit more complicated with the live action remake that came out before the pandemic, and it was like a shot for shot remake, and I'm like, really? I just I just didn't like it, but I did love some of the cinematography for the live action stuff, and they did some things differently with the live action stuff. But yeah, but the Lion King is live action remake is the least one for me, but the original always hits perfectly well done. And even though that you may have a little bit of a teary eye when it comes to a death scene in a Disney movie, just brace yourself. And sometimes if your kid needs to talk about what's going on in the world, such as like what to lose a loved one or anything like that, this is the type of movie that you should probably see with your kid right before you explain to them of what that type of moment is. So Lion King is my number 5.
All right, Tim, what do we got?
I think you already know where I'm going. I'm going National Treasure.
I was expecting the Love Bug, but all right.
I really enjoy treasure hunting movies a lot. Indiana Jones, like anything treasure hunting. Yeah, I dig it. So this is so fun, so much fun. What's her name? The actress too. She's so freaking good.
Amber Heard.
Yeah, Diane Kruger. She's great in this. Nick Cage. Justin Bartha's funny. Sean Bean, villain role, of course. Yeah, such a blast. I love these type of movies. And the second one mentioned about sequels, not watching much. I enjoy the sequel. It's not the original, but I dug it.
Good.
Yeah, they're both fun. So,
have you seen Jungle Cruise? Because it kind of feels like a similar vibes to National Treasure and Indiana Jones at the same time as well.
yeah, I enjoyed it well enough. I thought it was a good time. There's something though about with treasure hunting movies, especially when they're hunting down like an actual thing you've heard of, whether it's a myth or not, but they're hunting down something and it's like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. I really dig it though. They're like
it's a great pick, Tim.
Yeah,
and it's very educational too. Like you said, it's
Yeah.
real historical artifacts or stories
Yeah,
you've
that's-
heard of, real people. I gotcha. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tangible.
Oh yeah.
All right, Caprice.
So for my last pick, I thought that I owned a copy of it, but apparently I don't, which I'm going to have to fix. Apparently I've been watching it on Disney Plus too much. But my final pick is actually Eddie Murphy's The Haunted Mansion. The Haunted Mansion is one of my all-time favorite Disney rides of all time. I feel like this movie gets crapped on way too much for no reason at all. I feel like Eddie Murphy did an amazing job in this movie. I feel like it was funny. I got the creepy vibes about it. The cinematography was beautiful. The set design was beautiful. And I felt like the story itself did the ride a justice. I know I said it earlier, I don't really do Disney sequels or remakes too much. I'm not a remake person, really. I'm actually very excited for the new version, the reimagining of the Haunted Mansion. When I saw the trailer, I loved that it actually gave me horror vibes. It actually seems like a more scarier version than the Eddie Murphy version. So I'm really excited to see how that's going to go. But I really don't feel like you can get any more iconic than Grim Grinning Ghosts at Disneyland. It's the most iconic ride there next to Pirates of the Caribbean. And I love the movie. It's super fun. Anyone of any age can watch it, unlike some of the other polls that I've had. It's a very family-friendly movie, but it's also a little spooky time movie. So again, it's part of my Halloween polls. But yeah, I wish I had a copy of it. I'm really pissed off that I don't. I thought that I did. But yes, I say Haunted Mansion is my last poll.
Hey Caprice, have you seen the Disneyland fun sing-along video that you grew up in your childhood? Because it has the Haunted Mansion Grim Grinning Ghost. Yes. Not just from the Disneyland Fun, but another attraction that you haven't seen called Phantom Manor, which is kind of like a what's it called? The story of Henry Ravenswood and Melina. And it is, how can I describe it? Disney sing-along songs, Disneyland Fun, and Let's Go to Disneyland Paris are super fun for anyone that wants to check out a little bit more spooky vibes when it comes to Grim Grinning Ghost, because I loved the Disneyland versions of the video releases, but not the park attraction one. Well, no, I take that back. But it's fun. It is. It will give you a little bit of childhood, lighthearted. Again, just want to give you a little bit of a heads up.
Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I've heard of those. I'm actually the president of a Disneyland social club, and so I actually have questions that I ask future prospects to get into my club, and that's actually one of them. So I'm glad that you pointed that out. But yes, I'm aware of those. I had a lot of the Disney sing-along songs, the Disney morning cartoons. Like I had all those. And so that was actually one of my favorites. That's where I heard it for the first time. I was 4 or 5 years old though.
It's still available on YouTube, by the way.
I know. I've been showing it to my niece.
Nice.
I feel like I'm getting schooled on Disney stuff because there's a lot of stuff that's come up with this that I have no clue about.
Get some education from me, Tim. Get some
I
education.
know. This is a whole like education session for us, so I love it.
All right.
All right, Fish.
All right. Well, my last pick is my absolute favorite Disney movie of all time. It's an animated classic for me. It's 1989's The Little Mermaid, the original. I love this so much. The songs are fantastic. For some reason, I understood what Ariel was going through. Wanting to fit in, being a part of something else, somebody, something. Being a part of somebody else's world, like you didn't fit in, like you felt like you were different, like you were an outsider. I grew up feeling like that. So I really had this strong connection to her, part of your world. And then so many great songs in this. Kiss the Girl. Pat Carroll as Ursula is wonderful. I've seen bits and pieces. I work at a theater. I've seen bits and pieces of the new one. I've enjoyed what I've seen, but I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and watch it. But what I've seen, Halle Bailey, wonderful job, performance, incredible voice. But I do love Jodie Benson in the original. This is, like I said, my favorite Disney movie of all time. I love this one so much. Under the Sea, Kiss the Girl, fantastic. Yeah. So Little Mermaid, my last pick.
One of the best Disney live action remakes, in my opinion, because of the second reprise of Part of Your World. If you have not seen it, Fish, it is a tearjerker. I will give it that because I will not spoil it because it takes some vibes of the animated film and the original story that goes along with Hans Christian Andersen story vibes, if you read that already.
Yeah, the new one is quite good, especially like you guys said, the music, the singing is on point. So
yeah, my wife really liked it. My kid do it the other day. She loved it.
All right, Derek.
All right, this one is 100% for my wife because I probably watched this
Kiss
one
the
time.
Girl.
Part of Your World is the best song in that movie, by the way, and it's like the only one that wasn't nominated at the Oscars. Anywho, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks.
Yes.
My wife loves this movie. I've seen it, but that's about as far as I can talk about it. But it's like Barry Poppins, live action animated mixture kind of thing going on back in the 60s. It's fun from what I recall. But like I said, I've literally only watched it one time, and it's probably when I bought this. This is her favorite, so I put it as my final pick if no one else did, because I figured a lot of the other stuff I had in my pile would get mentioned, and it has. So that one's going out to the wife who's in the audience, Courtney. If you saw her earlier, she's the one who dips the Oreos in the peanut butter.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse.
It could have been silly.
Or the ketchup and mayonnaise.
Yeah, well, she does that too.
Or the juice can.
All right, so I'm gonna of course go with the best steelbook of all time ever created. You guys know you love it, right? The incredible look at this washing machine right here. You need this, don't you? I mean, come on, it's amazingness. I mean, you go into Best Buy, you're like, washing machines. It makes sense. You got to have more washing machines. There you go. They even tried to turn their movies into washing machines, so it made sense. But anyway,
well, they sell appliances now. It makes sense.
Yes, of course. The Incredible movies are great. I know some people were mentioning them in the comments, but they're very fun. They're the superhero movies of Disney and Pixar, and it's just a great cast of characters. All four of the family members are awesome with their power sets. The villain in the first movie is great. I love that story. It's so cool. So, yeah, everything works perfect in the movie. Little Jack in the second one, you get to see all his powers unleashed. So, very fun movie, very entertaining, and I hope we get a third one. It took, a decade to get number 2.
Is it going to take a decade to get a number 3? I hope we get a trilogy out of it, but they're both really good. Kind of reminds you of Fantastic Four, so why not?
Pretty much. It's the best Fantastic Four movie yet.
Important note: The Incredibles 2 also contains flashing lights. So if you're an epilepsy type of person, I would not recommend you watching that movie because that can actually affect color blindness as well. Just to keep it aware for anyone that watches The Incredibles 2. And that Steelbook cover kind of reminds me of that Barbara Star. What we did this summer live stream. That is
the Barbara Star cover is amazing. Okay, the Barbara Star lenticular is one of the best slip covers out there. Okay, I will not have any.
I don't mind the Incredibles 2 Steelbook because at least it's different. And boring, but it's different.
No, The Incredibles 2 is actually really good. To be quite fair, and I kind of agree with you, Mike. It is the best movie out of the Incredibles franchise. But I don't know if we're gonna get a third one because Pixar hasn't announced anything with the Incredibles franchise. By the way.
I think they need a third one though, just with how Pixar is going. Like the last few Pixar titles haven't been amazing. They need something to bring it back. So I feel like, okay, we need an Incredibles 3 to get things going again.
The second one made so much money too. I was amazed how much money the second one ended up making.
You wait 13 years. You get that nostalgia from some adults, and they want kids to see it and stuff. So yeah.
And Toy Story 4 took like a decade too. By the way,
maybe that's it. You gotta wait a decade. That is it.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like they keep shoving stuff out there. Here you go. There's no anticipation. There's no build up. It's just all right. Here you go. So that's why some of these
at least 10 to 40 years in a Mavericks case, right? Sometimes the 40-year ones work. Rarely, but. All right, so let's get into some honorable mentions, right? I know there's tons of Disney and Pixar titles out there. So, Grant, what's our honorable mentions here?
So, if you are kind of like me, where you don't have any honorable mentions at all, I would prefer most of the Disney movies out of all the library category, whether it be in the vault or whether it be just on Disney Plus or on Disney Channel, Wonderful World of Disney. They're like my comfort movies, by the way. If you guys hate it, I still enjoy it for what it is. Kind of like The Lion King and that new Pinocchio and Peter Pan and Wendy. I actually kind of like Peter Pan and Wendy, by the way. But Encanto, Moana, Turning Red, which came out last year. And what is another one? The Good Dinosaur, Soul, and other things that involves me liking Disney movies. I don't have how do I say this? I don't have like 5 or 10. I pick most of the Disney movies, like about all 500. Yeah, Derek, 500 movies in total with the Disney Channel movies and Wonderful World of Disney movies. So that's my honorable mention. All Disney movies count, in my opinion.
That works.
All right, close us out, Mike.
What do you got
already? I'll just run through real quick. I've shown this.
There it
is. You knew I was going to show that. I mean, it's freaking Bruce Campbell.
Slug bug.
But Angel Nailfield, that was already mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Again, more Lindsay Lohan.
World of Disney.
Lord.
Super sad. This movie.
It's really good.
Advertised terribly.
I haven't cried that hard for a while when I watched.
I saw that by myself right after I met my wife, and I like bawled in the theater. I was like,
oh my God. They advertised this as a full-on family flick, and
totally not.
It's totally not family.
But Remember the Titans, great movie.
That's a good one.
One of the live-action remakes I actually like because it does something drastically different I don't like when you just do beat for beat the same movie. I'd rather not.
That's David Lowery, wasn't?
Cool Runnings.
Cool Runnings.
Sky High. Dig Sky High. And with Halloween Town.
Yeah, nice choices. The first two Halloween Towns are so good. I love
So
them.
fantastic.
I pulled these at the last, the coming down to it at the end, me against Tony in the movie collection battle. And I pulled this. It was pulled 2 movies with stars that are related. So I pulled this in Star Wars because of Carrie Fisher and Debbie Reynolds. I lost to Tony pulling Psycho and Halloween, but I still got to pull Halloween Town in the movie battle. That was cool.
Well, I love that second movie because the actress and the actor, the main guy, they actually ended up together. They're engaged right now. So I love that. Every time I watch it, I'm like, they ended up together.
Remember, I found that at a garage sale like the day after that happened. I was like, hey, one of your favorite movies.
All right, Caprice.
So I have 3 honorable mentions. 2 of them I don't own, unfortunately, but one of them I do, and it's one of my favorite animated movies of all time, and that's The Great Mouse Detective.
Nice.
Nice.
Basil Baker Street is one of the most underrated Disney characters ever written. He's hilarious. He's cocky. He's into himself. He's smart as hell. And then also Radigan, voiced by none other than
Bryce,
who's having a complete identity crisis. He thinks he's a mouse, but he's a rat. There's a pretty awesome fight scene between the 2 of them at the end. He can't get this little girl's name right the entire movie. It's so cute and it's so funny, and it's not mentioned enough. So this is why I'm mentioning it now. I love this movie. It's a classic, and it should be talked about way more. The other 2 that I'm picking, I'm finally diving into my Disney Channel original movie choices here. And the first one that I'm going with is called Don't Look Under the Bed.
Nice.
Yeah.
This movie is also, again, super fun. I'm trying to choose choices that any age can watch. This one does get a little darker in the end. There's a little bit of shocking imagery, but the prosthetics in this Disney Channel movie were amazing. The storyline is super great. It's super easy to follow. Little ones will love it because it deals a lot with imaginary friends. And it's just an all-around good movie. The second one is one that I wish that I owned. I don't. But it's the Disney Channel original movie of Tower of Terror. It's actually based off of the ride, which again I no longer have at my beloved Disneyland. It got turned into the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, but it's I believe it's one of Kirsten Dunst. I think Kirsten Dunst is in it. I don't 100% remember, but it was one of her first films. It's a fun little mystery movie that I wish that I owned it to show my niece. But unfortunately I don't. If you're familiar with Tower of Terror and you were, lucky enough to grow up going to Disneyland, riding that ride, again, it's like I said about the Haunted Mansion, it really does the ride a justice and it gives you a backstory for it. So I actually really love it. I wish that it was more in print for things, but it's just one of those movies that isn't. And now that I'm talking about Disney Channel original movies, I'm going to add one more onto it. And it's probably the only non-spooky movie on my list. And it's the Disney Channel original movie, Brink.
Oh my God, Brink!
Oh, yes!
Oh.
Brink is about a bunch of kids. They're rollerbladers. They go up against another rollerblading team. It's just a super cool, combative movie. Eric Von Detten is the star of that movie. And he goes between his love of skating and having to have a summer job and just all these things. It's just a super fun movie. If you're not looking for something spooky or on the scary side, I definitely recommend Brink if you're just diving into that Disney Channel original movie stuff. That was one of the first ones that I saw. And so I will always have a special place in my heart for that movie. So Brink, Tower of Terror, Don't Look Under the Bed, and the Great Mouse Detective.
So, Grace, I also recommend Mr. Boogedy because that one is spooky as well because it has 2 sequels.
Yeah.
Well, no, 1 sequel, Bride of Boogedy.
Bride of Boogedy. My niece is 6 years old. Her name is River. She loved Mr. Boogedy. It's one of her favorite movies. She had me watching it for like a month in a row, on a loop. And she finally watched The Bride of Mr. Boogedy, and she looked at me one day and she said, "Auntie, I like the first one more." And I was like, "I appreciate your taste." Because I like the first one better too. But yeah, no, I've seen Mr. Boogedy. It's definitely a good one.
So, Caprice, since you mentioned Eric Von Detten, it popped in my head. You definitely like So Weird, right?
Of
The
course.
TV show? Yes.
So weird. Erie, Indiana was another one of my favorites. But yeah, no, I So Weird. So Weird was great.
All right, and Fish.
All right. Well, I didn't mention this in my Disney memories, but as a kid, I found out that Mickey Mouse and I share the same birthday. So the original Steamboat Willie was released on November 18th, 1928. I was born on November 18th, 1977. So growing up, I always had Disney or Mickey Mouse related birthdays or, themed birthdays. So I wanted to throw that out there. So I love the fact that I share a birthday with this little guy right here. So, Steamboat Willie is my first honorable mention because without Steamboat Willie, we would not have any of this. So
that's very true.
All right. So that one, first off, and then I'm going to go with the live action Flight of the Navigator. I love this movie so much. This is such a good sci-fi, fantasy, good kid adventure, time travel, just a lot of fun. I love this movie. And once again, Sarah Jessica Parker in there. So the next one is a new modern classic for me, Tangled. I love this movie so much. It's a lot of fun. For me, it's more about the side characters, Pascal and the horse Maximus, but Flynn Rider and of course Rapunzel are a great Mother Gothel. This was a lot of fun. The scene in the bar, the tavern where they I've Got a Dream, that is wonderful. That's one of my favorite Disney songs from the new era. And then lastly, I've got Aladdin. I love this movie so much. Robin Williams makes this movie. It's wonderful. Jafar is one of the greatest Disney villains ever. And then so it's those are my picks for honorable mentions.
Nice
one, Fish. Nice.
Tangled is better than Frozen. I'll say it.
And also, it's the snuggly duckling for the Tangled bar.
My best friend actually worked on that movie. He worked for Disney Animations and he worked on the 3D Lion King re-release that I have the poster for. Yeah.
Oh, and you know what? The Aladdin sequels aren't that bad. Number 2 and number 3, I actually kind of enjoyed as a kid.
Yeah, they're not too bad.
Yeah, they're good.
Okay. I was going to say, are they? Because those are some that I've like. Any of the Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Bambi, any of those, I haven't checked out. Yeah.
The live action remake actually came out on my birthday, May 24, 2019. It was. Naomi Scott did really good as Princess Jasmine, along with her song "Speechless." But the rest of the movie was straight up bland. I didn't care for it because I love something that is new and different. But it's also how do I describe it? Aladdin is just a mediocre movie, but with a good cast of Naomi Scott and Will Smith. Well, besides the slap situation. Aladdin is really good, and we're still getting a live-action sequel in a original storyline as well. So
I thought they canceled the sequel with the
they didn't
situation. They didn't.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
They keep that one under the wounds after the slap situation. So that's still happening, unfortunately. So
sure, the writer's circle.
All right, and then Derek, what do we got?
Happy birthday, Fish! All right.
I love it. That's adorable.
All right.
Well, that was
I got one for Tim.
Yeah.
Got one for Fish.
Nice.
And I got one for Johnny in the comments over here with him. Something else.
Okay.
Also not on Disney Plus. Like, what the hell? That's why I bought the DVD, because it's also not on Blu-ray. I grabbed Fantasia.
Nice.
Nice.
And music is lovely. I actually haven't watched Fantasia 2000, but I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever stayed awake through this entire movie. But if you're going to fall asleep to a movie,
Yeah.
this is the one to do it to. It is beautiful.
It's not wrong.
And I won for the Oscars, the first Best Picture nominated animated film of all time, Beauty and the Beast. I've been drinking out of my chip all night. No one ever mentioned it. I was surprised.
Oh, wow.
Didn't even notice.
And, for my kid, his favorite, since he brought a little Pinocchio down. I love showing this off whenever it's relevant. So I had to bring out my CED.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
My son's favorite is Pinocchio. He even likes the Tom Hanks one. That's how much he likes Pinocchio.
Oh, wow.
So you know what I mean. Oh yeah, this thing is beautiful. It hangs on his
That is-
wall. Even before he saw the movie, this thing's been hanging on his wall since he was probably like 6 months old or something like that.
Is that a laser disc?
It's a CED.
Oh.
It's even cooler than a laser disc. There it is.
Oh, come on.
It's
It's
basically
almost-
a record inside of it. It's like a floppy
Yeah.
disk that is a movie. That's the easiest way to describe it.
You can't touch it. Like the machine would like kind of like suck it out of there and
Yep.
you can't touch it. It's
You
weird.
physically can't touch it, or else it will ruin it. It's so crappy. See,
So I don't know any of the the Oscars as far as that stuff goes. I don't follow it, but I know that Derek had just said something about Beauty and the Beast and the Oscars. Did Beauty and the Beast win more Oscars than Snow White did?
well, no, it was just not. It was the first animated movie nominated for Best Picture.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's pretty
Win
limited,
Best
but
Animated
it's
Film?
music. Snow White, though, that got an honorary Oscar because it was the first animated movie of all time. So it got
Didn't
sold
it
as
get
it got an
7?
Oscar and 7
It
little.
got like
Seven
one
little
Oscar,
statuettes,
7 little
yeah.
ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Snow White's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah, Snow White's
That's
good too. I didn't
That's
grab
my
that.
princess. So I have her here. That's like I said, that's my princess. But I didn't, like I said, I don't follow the Oscars or anything like that. But
That's
yeah,
my
she was there, but she got replaced.
job.
All right, so I totally ran out of movies, everybody. I mean, everybody was mentioning like 500 titles, so we're gonna have to go to the pops to represent movies, of course. So, yay! All right, Hercules. Nobody said Hercules yet, so we got Hercules right there.
Yes.
Super fun movie. I really like
Him
this
holding
one.
the little him. That's adorable.
Yeah, the little
It's
Hercules
an action figure.
Yeah, that's a great scene from the movie. Really fun. And then, of course, you got to have Powerline from a Goofy
Oh, yeah.
movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
I got you when I had it right next to me too.
Yeah. If I owned Goofy movie, I would have pulled that for sure.
Yeah, that is a great movie. Mhm.
I was ready for
Okay.
someone to pull one of mine. I had it ready.
But, yep, that's pretty much what I got. There we go.
Nobody mentioned Pocahontas or The Hunchback of Notre Dame, which that kind of doesn't make my heart stop, but I'm surprised that some Disney movies haven't gotten mentioned, but I will mention just a little bit of a few. But yeah, Pocahontas, Hunchback of Notre Dame, really good movies. But also, what is another one that came out? Mulan. Mulan did get mentioned. And what is another one? Good Lord. Ratatouille and what is another one? Wreck-It Ralph. And I can name all 500 right now, but I'm not going to. That's got to be like a 6-hour stream.
How did this stream turn into 10 hours here? What
Yeah.
happened? You guys
This is a mid-evolution stream. We only have 8 hours to talk about.
There's
well,
only 6
let's-
of us. They all can't get mentioned. So some stuff has to miss it.
That's okay. That's why we'll have part 2s on the channel and part 3s in. Yeah. But yeah, let's run through the chat here with the last few of these comments, and then we'll give everybody a chance to kind of close out and promote anything they would like. Got to shout out Alex though, a member of the channel. So Thank you, Alex, for being here. True Confessions, anyone? Has anybody heard of that?
Oh, I
That
have
movie
heard.
made me cry.
It did. It's Shia LaBeouf is in that one, and so is I always feel bad, but the girl who was in Even Stevens and played his sister is also in that movie as his sister.
Christy Carlson Romano, I think.
There
Is
you
her
go.
name?
Yeah, they're both in it. It's a tearjerker for sure.
And then Huck said, who else remembers all those Kurt Russell movies, like The Computer Who Wore Tennis Shoes?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, I forgot about that
He was
one.
owned by Disney because he was an orphan or something weird like that.
Greg saying,
that
strongest
from
man in the world, Kurt Russell.
Yep.
That Fantasia set, though. Yeah, that was really nice. Very shiny.
Yeah, it's an old, back when Blu-rays were new and cool.
Yeah, Alex says, whenever I think about Fantasia, I think about Big Daddy and the homeless guy explaining how he became homeless. Well, I watched Fantasia a lot.
I watched Fantasia a lot.
I watch Fantasia a lot.
But
Alex saying Mulan is my princess. Yeah, I don't think Mulan was mentioned, right?
Mulan,
yeah, and
the
also
original
the
Mulan.
Princess and the Frog, I believe, which that had, dude, good Disney villain song. Friends on the Other Side.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like a little bit more spookiness towards to a fairy tale, but the Rescuers Down Under, yeah, that's part of that too.
Rescuers is dope.
I love the Rescuers. Yeah, I used to watch that all the time when I was a little.
Tarzan didn't get mentioned. Well, you just mentioned it now. But Tarzan, nice. It already got a Blu-ray release, by the way.
I know.
So,
My DVD.
yeah.
Was Johnny watching
Immediately leaves chat to go cry because
This is Blubber, Johnny. What are you talking about?
Flubber is, you mentioned Flubber and we brought it up. So you don't have to go crying, okay? Just
don't
keep
cry.
it.
Don't cry,
Just,
Johnny.
yeah, but Flubber is a really good movie with Robin Williams. He killed it right before he RIP. But yeah, he is a Disney treasure, by the way. Flubber, Aladdin, and I believe Mrs. Doubtfire, which is 20th Century Studios, but it's fine. It's fine. Blank Check is good.
Blank Check is amazing. I love Blank Check.
It's so great.
Yeah,
Oh,
Blank Check is good.
I reference that constantly. Talking about putting Snackaroos and Hot Wings in our.
I think
All
it
right.
might. But another one is Rookie of the Year.
Yep, Rookie of the Year is very good.
So
Yeah, that's 20th Century Studios, by the way.
20th Century
Rookie of the Year.
Sure.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and run through everyone here. Just kind of say whatever you want to the audience. Grant.
All right. So this is your guys' last chance to get these Universal All Access rewards codes if anyone wants them. But this is only a one-person only type of thing that you can get these codes on. And Mike, thank you so much for having me on again. And if you want to do a Disney live stream part 2, I am down on board, depending on the schedule too. But I also have a live stream coming up tomorrow morning, if you guys are interested, because I will be talking about 60 physical media collectors that I support, and some of the people in the live stream, like Caprice, she is on there. Meg's Movies is on there. Coco Dutch is on there. Fish is on there, and I'll just say I just choose 60, and I get to say most positively, yeah, thank you. Looking hot as usual. But
I love that.
but yeah, live stream coming up tomorrow morning, and I think that's it from me. And just having a hiatus after that.
Mhm.
And it looks like Huck wants the code. So there you go. You got to take her on that.
All right, last chance. All right, I'll send you
Should
the.
we zoom in? You want to zoom in or you want to send out, Grant?
I am actually going to send them in full pictures of all of them. So because these are just like whatever the heck, it's personal for me. So those Universal All Access codes are going to be given into one person. Only one. That's it. So thank you, Huck, and I will DM them immediately right to you.
All right, Tim, what do we got going on?
Besides Collectors Club next Sunday, look at that. I remembered to promote that.
Had you if you forgot, don't worry.
But today I was going to be dropping a video, first video in 10 days. But the darn video took way too long. So it's going to come out tomorrow. It finished processing during this stream, and it's too late. I'm not putting it out tonight. I'm not Bob. I'm not going to put it out. But yeah, I'll have a video tomorrow, and I'm going to a convention tomorrow and Sunday, so I'll have a video on that. And I've got more stuff coming up video-wise, because new job, I have time. I'll have time.
Yay, time.
Yay, time.
Yay, time.
Oh, and Tim, is that box set challenge still going on?
Yes, there's no end date. Oh, speaking of that, actually, on my channel, I made a playlist. I mentioned it in my video that goes up tomorrow then, but there's a playlist of everyone that has done the challenge. So you go to the playlist. I made it public. I called it like 4K box set challenge or whatever, but that has everyone. So scroll it, look, and watch people's videos because there's like 37 of them. Y'all are awesome. So yeah.
Yay, orgies. Yeah.
Yeah, my box set video, I totally did not set the time correctly, so it released at midnight and like nobody watched it. So it's out there apparently, people, so go watch it.
Wow.
It's out there, okay.
Everybody's, of course. Everybody has such great ones too. You got a lot of participation on that, Tim. I was like seeing videos dropped every day. So
yeah, no, people did amazing. That's why I had to make a playlist because a lot of people made videos.
All right, and then let's go ahead and go to Caprice. What do we got going on?
Next week I actually have something coming up with Huck again. He's gonna be doing a soundtrack bit that I'm actually a part of. Super excited about that. And we're gonna sit around and we're gonna talk about movie soundtracks. So super excited about that. I believe Fish, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm kind of blanking on the date here. I believe it's on the 7th.
Yes.
June 7th.
Yes, June 7th. So that's coming up. Also, I finally got my Most Disturbing Movies Chapter 1 re-recorded. Unfortunately, it was supposed to come out on my birthday, and the day before, I was putting some fine-tuning on it, and then by some form of magic, the last 20 minutes of it got deleted. So,
wow.
That happens. It's so fun.
Since then, I've been having to work kind of back to back, so I haven't had any chance to just do the last 20 minutes. So I just redid the whole thing. So that's actually coming up next week as well. So that'll be the first installment. That'll be chapter 1 of 6. So that one is going to be the Most Disturbings Ever Made, chapter 1, found footage. So I'm super excited to finally get that out. I also have some things coming up that I had to push dates back because of work. One of them is with Tim. I'm super excited about that too. It's a book club. So we're going to be starting a stream where we talk about books. I'm a big coffee book collector. I have a lot of movie books. And I just kind of wanted to show them off, and who better else to do it with than Tim. So we also have some other people a part of that stream. Hopefully it turns into a monthly thing, but right now that one stream is going to be the first of hopefully many. But yeah, that's what I've got going on coming up this next month.
Caprice, let me know about one of the live streams because I might be available for those times if you want me to talk about movies or anything that relates to film in general.
Absolutely. I'll keep you in mind.
All right.
And I'm pumped for the movie books.
Tim, I'm so sorry. I've had to push it back so many times, but I'm excited too.
All right. Well, like Caprice, I will also be on Huck's channel for the soundtracks, Huck 5 soundtracks on June 7th. I believe that is a Wednesday. Yeah, it's a Wednesday. So Wednesday night, come join us over at Huck's channel. This month is Pride Month. Happy Pride, everyone. So my Have You Heard Ofs this month, which I hopefully will be doing a few more because I really want to focus on some of the LGBTQ movies that are out there that maybe you haven't heard of. So join me for that Have You Heard Of this month. Also, what else? I think that's all I've got going on right now. So yeah, so Mike, thank you very much for having me. I had a lot of fun talking about Disney, some old favorites like Watcher in the Woods I haven't talked about in years or heard anybody talk about. So Caprice, awesome. Thank you very much for bringing that up. And also some great recommendations because there's some of these I haven't even seen, heard of. So thank you guys, everyone, for a wonderful time. So thanks, Mike, again for having me.
We love you, Fish, in every single way of Pride Month. So Fish, you got the honor chair.
All right, Derek.
Okay, then. Ahoy there, I'm Derek, the Convicted Cinephile. That's the thing I say when I do videos. Like Tim said, the Collectors Club, including Mike and him and Huck and myself, will be on June 11th, this Sunday. It'll be a superheroes themed thing. I wasn't going to spoil it, but Mike already did. So why not just say that? And while you're at it, buy some incredible merchandise on either my TeePublic page or Mike's page that he has linked down below, blah, 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 etc. What I have coming up, yeah, there you go. I was gonna say it, look through them all. There they are. We can buy tapestries on TeePublic. Who knew? And buttons and stuff, and face masks, whatever. Upcoming. Besides that, this month I have whatever turns up. I might do an unboxing of those steel books I found at Walmart today, just for funsies. I will have my superhero movie tournament on, I want to say it's the 29th, or am I insane? It's whatever the last Thursday of the month is. Either. It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so it's an hour earlier than usual. And my guests on that one, I hope I don't forget anybody, are going to be Del, Tracy, Ryan, and Mike. Yes, that's the one. So, superhero geekiness to decide what is the greatest superhero movie of all time. And I have a strong feeling it's going to be Morbius, which was the draft pick number 32.
I am very unhappy Phantom didn't make that. Very unhappy.
Hey, it had just as good of a chance as Morbius, and it didn't do it.
Oh, God.
I was hoping for Howard the Duck, Rocketeer,
right?
Phantom, all that stuff. Steel. I want to steal.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, nobody talked about that one.
I'm just going to mention one more time, my name is Grant. I was born to be hot and ready to party with the Rocketeer.
Oh, Rocketeer. So good.
I'm going to say, yeah, nobody talked about it.
No,
Yeah.
I love the Rocketeer.
Yeah,
It is
Disney
straight up
ones.
good. Yeah, born to hot, ready to party. I don't even care anymore. Just stream.
The Rocketeer is still the best Pizza Hut kids meal that ever came out in the early 90s. I'll put that up.
No, early 2000s, buddy. Early 2000s.
All right, and then for my channel, of course, you guys know I got content dropping every day for y'all. So definitely an out of the theater reaction tomorrow for Into the Spider-Verse. I'm seeing that in IMAX, so super excited for that one. Got my Amazon deal video dropping on Sunday morning, which there is actually some pretty good deals there and some surprising stuff. So I'm excited for that. I might see The Boogeyman this weekend. Who knows? Out of theater reaction for that. And then, of course, tons of videos all week long. And the next stream will be my Michael Keaton stream. Yes, celebrating that actor in all his amazing movies. That will be Saturday the 10th. And then, of course, I'll have my Sunday morning show. And then we got the Collectors Club. So I'm glad you all mentioned the Collectors Club. And then, of course, we'll play the little teaser for that. And once again, as Derek mentioned, that one's going to be superhero themed. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So if you love superheroes,
that's definitely going to be the episode to check out. I can't wait to show off all these super collectibles. It's going to be amazing. But thank you all again for joining us tonight. Of course, everybody's channel links are in the description below. So go ahead and make sure you just scroll through the description, you click everybody's link, hit that subscribe, and then more importantly, of course, watch all their amazing content, tons of great content from all these amazing creators on this channel. So definitely run through all of that great stuff. And thank you, audience, for being here. Without you, we would not have this show. So thank you for being here, leaving all the comments and the interaction and all that great stuff, as you always do. And of course, if you are just joining in now, make sure you hit that like before you leave. Or if you're watching on the replay, hit that like, leave some comments, and we'll continue this Disney movie conversation. But that's all from us. So have a great night, everybody. Go watch some Disney movies out there. Go join the Disney Movie Club, whatever you got to do.
Apparently we all have to.
Right?